final week of the 2025 SCFA season. Canyons looking to finish off on a positive note, hosting rival Bakersfield today here at Cougar Stadium. Hi everybody, I'm Matt Robinson alongside Jesse Munoz. Happy to have you along with us as always here on the Cougar Sports Network. Well, Jesse, last week a rough one for Canyons. They went out to face the now #1 ranked Golden West Rustlers and really had a rough one. Got 58 dropped on them. Lost 58-14 against Golden West. Trying for a bounce back here this week against a rival in Bakersfield here at Cougar Stadium.
Yeah, College of the Canyons really uphill sledding last week against Golden West, a team with state championship aspirations, playing at home. And, the Cougars hung in there for a little bit, but couldn't overcome the mistakes and miscues along the way. And looking to bounce back, like you said, Matt, always want to finish on a strong note, and no better time than today.
Yeah, the Cougars 3-3 in the conference standings, so right in the middle of the pack, which is pretty good considering the season has really been rough at 3-6. Bakersfield right behind him at 2-4, coming in at 4-5 overall in conference play. Golden West actually plays Fullerton today at noon. That game is for the conference title, the league title, we should say, in the National Central League. So that'll be an interesting one. We'll scoreboard watch that one for a little bit. For Canyons, last week the offense underwhelming, just 245 yards of offense, only 14 points scored. They need a bounce back this week. The defense really looking for the same as they had a tough one. They've allowed 20 points or less in 5 games this season, looking for the same thing against Bakersfield here today.
Yeah, offensively, Giselle Riley IV had a nice, long, nearly 60-yard touchdown run. And the College of the Canyons Cougars were in this game through the first half. Like we said, a couple miscues was giving Golden West a short field. Hard for the defense to do much with that. At the same time, a whole cast of characters out there doing their thing. Mylan Walker, Judah Plett, Datavius Bledsoe, Dante Medley, the list goes on, and I expect to hear more of those names tonight, along with the emergence of some new faces looking to get some action here in this final game of the regular season.
Yeah, last chance for everybody to get some tape going into the off season, trying to get transferred out, trying to get some interest drummed up going into next year as well. On the other side for Bakersfield, coming off back-to-back 50-plus point performances, looking for a final win big over rival Canyons this season. The second largest output of the season last week against OCC, where they shut them out 59-0. Trying to look and do the same here today.
Yeah, obviously this is a traditional regional rivalry game. Bakersfield always plays Canyons tough and vice versa. Canyons when they go down to Bakersfield. So I'd look for more of the same. There's definitely a team that can score some points. They're going to be a hard-nosed, physical group of guys out there, and so it'll be up to College of the Canyons to not only execute its game plan, but respond to anything the Renegades bring at them.
Coin toss going on right now. We'll step aside for a few moments. The opening kickoff when we come back here at Cougar Stadium as College of the Canyons taking on Bakersfield. Final time here for us on the Cougar Sports Network for the football season as we get ready for this one.
Hey everybody, Fat Cat Swingers in town.
Got a $1 with ya, swearing a clown.
Now don't let nobody play us cheap.
I got 50 cents more than I'm gonna keep. Let the good times roll.
Oh, you gotta let the good times roll. Come on now.
Call along, 'cause Mackey's back in town. Look out on Mackey's, a Fat Cat Swinger, baby.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Just come out of it. We're good. Welcome back into Cougar Stadium. Matt Robinson, Jesse Munoz here with you as we get ready for kickoff between Bakersfield and College of the Canyons. Renegades are going to kick off, so the Cougars will start on offense here in the first quarter. The Renegades in there visiting whites, white helmets, red numbers, red striping along the shoulders. Canyons wearing the grays with blue numbers, yellow striping today. And the gray helmets as they're treating blue helmets. They
Back
took
to the blue helmets. They took the wrap off. Going to go back to the roots here for week 10.
The Renegades will kick this one away. It's a kick that's taken as a fair catch by Canyons. Carter Colisar is the kicker for Bakersfield, and we'll see our first look at the Canyons offense here today. It'll be interesting to see who leads them out onto the field offensively. Might see Brandon Ludeker today. Probably will see Giselle Riley the fourth. But it's a matter of getting everybody some tape here in this final game. Because really, Canyons has been eliminated from any playoff contention at 3-6. Best you can finish is 4-6 on the season. You generally have to be 500 to get into a bowl game of some sort. So.
And I would not at all be surprised to see a quarterback rotation. Same with that backfield. Like you said, you're trying to get everybody some touches, some looks, and hopefully carry over some momentum into next year.
Giselle Riley the fourth is the quarterback, 79 for 175 this season, 1,105 yards. There's a little trickery, a flea flicker, a throw downfield for a man wide open at the 45-yard line. The pass is caught by Jared Mims, and Canyons with a big play on a little flea flicker trickery to open up.
Hey, no better time than to get creative than the first snap of the game, and it worked out for the Cougars. That's a big chunk yardage. One of those receivers that has begun to emerge the last couple of weeks. So good start for Riley and company. We'll see if the Cougars are already into Renegade territory. We'll see what they can do with it here on this opening possession.
So Canyons a first down, already down to the 33-yard line on a huge play. As Giselle Riley the fourth to Jared Mims for 64 yards. And the Cougars will go 1st and 10 inside Bakersfield territory right away. They'll fake the handoff, Riley to throw as he rolls out of the pocket. Pass complete on the far side to Cole Crawford. Crawford, 16 receptions, 249 yards, and a touchdown coming in. Was 2 for 8 with an 11-yard reception as his long last week.
Riley, a nice start for him like we talked about earlier in the game. Had a 58-yard touchdown run last week. Wasn't able to really get anything going through the air, but it seems like a different scenario here this week, at least so far.
For Mims, the offensive leader, receiving-wise, 23 receptions, 320 yards coming in. As we'll go here on first down for Canyons, or second down, excuse me, for Canyons, and 5. Riley will direct run this time. A little stiff arm along the outside, gets inside the 20, and Canyons inside the red zone down to the 18-yard line. Riley, good runner with the football. Sorry, Jesse.
No,
93 carries, 475 yards, and 9 touchdowns coming in.
Certainly been accustomed to that. He's got a quick first step, not afraid to take off and run. And then you add a little stiff arm there, get some extra yardage. He's a good athlete back there.
Yeah, you talked about that 58-yard run last week. He only had 63 total yards on 6 carries on the ground. Was only 8 for 15 for 46 yards, 2 interceptions last week through the air, so already a better start for the offense here today. We'll go first down and 10 inside the red zone. Ball at the 18-yard line for College of the Canyons as they are on the move here on their first drive of the game. Two backs in the backfield are Camden and Rameau. Rameau will follow Camden to the far side, now tries to cut back up the middle. Gets down to the 15-yard line before he's brought down by a group of Renegades. It'll be second down. One of the men in on the tackle is Richard Gooden. As it'll bring second down at about 7 here for College of the Canyons.
Matt, that's been a productive tandem back there. You talk about Rameau, maybe the lead back getting the carries, but don't be surprised to see that fullback emerge as well, both blocking and earning his carries at the same time.
Yeah, Rameau, 130 carries, 733 yards, 3 touchdowns, averages 5.6 yards per touch this year. Will likely get to the 800-yard mark today. We would imagine needs 70 yards for that. Canyons will probably go with a steady diet of him as he gets the handoff here on second down, tries to pile through, and met first by Bakersfield that time, as it was Carson Moore, the first man in on the tackle. A gain of a couple of yards down inside the 15 to about the 12, I think we'll call it. And it'll bring up third down and short, but Canyons ahead of schedule here, third and short.
At the same time, Bakersfield tightening things up here, defending their end zone. And again, we talked about it, one of these physical teams, a lot of pride at stake here, traditional regional rivalry. And Bakersfield's still trying to get to 500, get to a bowl game. So a lot to play for here, Matt.
Third down and 3. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. Canyons taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage this time. As they want to slow things down just a touch. Rameau, the lone back in the backfield. Camden more in a fullback tight end spot. They'll throw here on third and short. A little swing pass to Mims. He tries to dive. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. And he lost his hat in the process. So that'll bring up fourth down and 3.
Yeah, a little swing pass, nearly looked like maybe a little bit of a jailbreak trying to get up behind those linemen, just was nothing doing, kind of got tripped up. Like you said, lost his hat. So maybe a missed opportunity here. You hope that they can still convert on the 3. But when you talk about that big of a chunk to begin the game and get down there that quickly, Cougars got to be a little disappointed on that outcome.
Asadi for a 29-yarder. He's 6 of 9 this season, a long of 44. He'll work from the right hash. The left-footed kicker puts it up. And the field goal is good, so Canyons on the board on their first drive of the game. A 3-0 lead for College of the Canyons. They get all the way down to the 14-yard line, but could not score from there. But nonetheless, 3 points on the board. Good start on the offensive side for the Cougars.
Yeah, nice weekend for Justin Asadi. Had an assist last night in the Cougars men's soccer game. Comes out here and kicks 3 through the uprights for the first points of the game.
Yeah, big win for Canyons men last night on the soccer pitch. They scored 6 goals, their largest output of the season on the pitch for the Cougars. It was a nice day for both the Cougar men and the Cougar women yesterday. The women's team, a nice win. Gigi Monteforti up here doing our scorekeeping on the scoreboard for us today. Part of that women's soccer team had a nice win last night.
The captain, Gigi Monteforti, out there on sophomore night doing her thing. And yes, it was a spectacular night under the lights on the pitch.
Ellie Medina, Corey Rubin, our other crew members. Ellie Medina, our director, Corey Rubin, our camera operator down on the field. As we'll have a kickoff here for Canyons. It'll be Dylan Gomez to kick it away. Gomez, 3 kickoffs, 175 yards, and 1 touchback last week. And he'll kick this one into the end zone. It'll be taken out from there by Bakersfield. Right through the middle of the field. A couple of missed tackles as Jadaniel Nettles was able to break a couple. He's their main return man, 6 returns this season for 41 yards, averaging 6.8 per return. But he gets back out to the 20, they spotted the 27-yard line. That'll be first 10 for Bakersfield on the offensive side. For the Renegades, we'll likely see both Carson Woods and Malachi Slater. They've split the duties this year in the quarterback position. It'll be Carson Woods to start. 83 for 146, 937 yards, 6 touches, 5 interceptions. As he'll go with 2 backs in the backfield. Right next to him is Bakersfield with 3 wide here on their first drive of the ball game. They'll give. Handoff is to Corey Watkins Jr. Watkins, 42 carries, 163 yards, and 2 touchdowns, averaging 3.9 yards per carry this season.
Yeah, a whole lot of Cougars there on the gang tackle. You're going to see number 6, Tavius Bledsoe, just kind of step up and finish off the pile. That's nice. And Medley had him from behind, and Bledsoe met him in front, and they just pushed him back.
It actually might have been Ian Janigan on the carry, who is 14 for 141 yards and 3 touchdowns last week in their 59-0 win over Orange Coast. Jernigan again, this time able to bounce it outside. He picks up about 5 yards out to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line.
Cannons would like nothing more. Get off the field here, Matt. You pick up the quick 3. Your defense goes out and plays 3 plays and tries to get out of there. There's still some work to do.
Yeah, kind of unfamiliar territory for the Canyons defense after last week where they were pressed into short field duty for most of the game. 3rd down and about 3. Little screen pass. Jernigan out of the backfield across the 40 to the 45 before he slips and falls down. Had a bunch of Cougar gray jerseys coming after him. But a good first down pickup that time as Carson Woods finds his man down in the backfield.
Yeah, nice little read, too. You're going to see 43 coming off the edge. Quarterback read that and just went to the open spot. And able to get some good yardage up the sideline. Nice conversion for the Renegades.
Yeah, Tony Testa trying to put pressure that time, just could not come up with enough. So we'll go 1st and 10. Ball spotted at the -46 for Bakersfield. Jernigan the lone back of the backfield. Woods to throw onto the near side, pass complete, as it was behind the intended target, Amarius Rowell, but he turns around, catches it, and it's about a 6-yard pickup, maybe 7. Rowell this season, 4 for 36. Just his 5th reception of the season, had one of those receptions last week for just 3 yards. It's a Bakersfield team that doesn't throw the ball a lot. They run more than anything else. They've had over 100 yards rushing in every game this season and over 200 yards rushing in 7 of 9 this year. As Jernigan gets the hand and he's wrapped up behind the line of scrimmage. Safanga Langi was the first man there on the tackle. And it'll be a loss of yardage for Bakersfield. That'll bring up 3rd down at about 5 as they need to get to the Canyons 44-yard line.
Yeah, Langi was back there quick. I feel like the running back just looked up and boom, there he was. Holding him up, and nice job the Cougars finishing that off. Back to your point, Matt, traditionally this Bakersfield team has been big, has been physical, has liked to run the ball, and I think we're seeing more of that here today.
I want to correct myself, too. They only have 200 yards rushing in 5 of 9 games this year, but over 150 yards rushing in 6 of 9. So, but still a team that runs the ball quite a bit for Bakersfield historically. 2 backs in the backfield this time. Woods, play action, rolls out, throws over the middle, pass, knocked away. He was in and out of the hands of the tight end, Dylan Fowler, and a bunch of Cougars were right there. I think Datavius Bledsoe might have been one of the guys in on coverage.
There's definitely a bunch. I saw Mylan Walker come in. You're going to see right when the ball hits the receiver, but also Tony Testa in there with that big club on his hand, still out there, not limiting him in any way. So that's a nice job. Everyone just in the right spot, knowing their assignment.
So this will be a Bakersfield punt here as Canyons stops them at midfield. Bakersfield at the Canyons 49-yard line will punt it away. Looks like it's Ethan Aranson as the punter, and now we have a timeout. Bakersfield did not like something there. Aranson averaging 34 yards per punt this year. He's pinned the opposition inside the 20 9 times this season with a long of 53. A good defensive stand there by Canyons after Bakersfield gets a first down. For the Renegades this season, 3rd down has been relatively favorable for them. 60 of 136, which is 4th in the state. 44% on 3rd down, which is top 20, but Canyons doing a good job holding them to 1 of 2 on 3rd down here so far in the ballgame. Mylan Walker standing right about the 13-yard line for Canyons. Zoranson will be ready to punt this one away for Bakersfield. It's a bad snap. Aranson had to collect it, get it away with the left foot with some pressure on his face. Walker calls for a fair catch, takes it inside the 10. We'll spot him down at the 7-yard line, and that's where the Cougars will take over.
Going to have a lot of real estate in front of them, but, you know, the way the last drive started, I think the Cougars anxious to get back out there, had some things clicking in the passing game. Riley, a couple nice runs. So, again, work cut out for him here, but anytime you have a chance to get your offense out there, see them get in rhythm, get some guys involved, it's always going to bode well the rest of the way.
So we'll start 1st and 10. and they'll mark it at the 8-yard line to open up here for Canyons. Rameau directly behind Riley in a pistol set with Camden to the left. They'll run to the right, though. Rameau breaks one tackle, but then is pulled down by a regiment of renegades. A big group of bodies there, including Thomas Struck, who has 23 total tackles on the season. He was one of the first men in.
Matt Rameau, another one of those guys just getting going. I feel like after he gets 5, 6, 7 carries under his belts, when he really starts to take that next step, starts to see the field a little bit better. And usually it's just a matter of time before he breaks off a nice long run.
Yeah, last week had a rough go, just 10 carries for 11 yards. But again, Golden West, the #1 team in the state right now. Their defense has been just as good as their offense this year. And they're a team that's potentially looking at a state title bid, depending on what they can do here for the rest of the season. They'll pitch to Rameau, a little different look. And again, Struck just beats his man off the line of scrimmage. They somehow give Isaiah Rameau the original line of scrimmage. I don't know how.
Well, that's a nice break for the Cougars, but absolutely right. The defender was right there to meet him nearly as soon as he touched the ball. And so Cougars are fortunate things didn't go awry there, especially this close to your own end zone.
That's the first time I've seen a pitch play from Canyons this season. So they'll go third down. They'll bring in an extra receiver in JT Signs. It'll be a 4-wide receiver set, 3 out to the far side. Far man on that far side is JT Signs. As Rameau, the lone back next to Riley. Snap is low. Riley going to have to tuck it here, and he's just going to run himself a first down out across the 20. Riley almost designed there with the 3 wide receivers that time. Just knew exactly what he wanted to do with the football once he got it.
That's a first down for the Cougars.
Yeah, again, we've talked about it. Has not shown a hesitation to take off and run. It's definitely one of those guys that you can scheme that for. Valuable weapon back there. And has, had some adversity last week, but good to see him coming back and looking strong so far today.
Second first down of the ball game for Green, or third first down of the ball game for Canyons, as they'll go 1st and 10 from their own 22-yard line. 5 wide for the Cougars here, a rare look for College of the Canyons. As Riley to throw, he'll check it down, throws it onto the near side, caught by Jesse Lepore, and he gets out across the 25-yard line to about the 30. That's exactly where they'll spot him, and it'll be 2 yards short of a first down.
Again, like we talked about, Lepore, one of those guys getting an opportunity here this week.
Just his 3rd reception of the season.
And you like to see it. That shows that he's worked hard and earned those reps here down the stretch. If that's something you can build on for the rest of this game and for next season, it's all the more positive.
It's a sideline warning, just some housekeeping. It'll be 2nd down, and we'll call it 2. Canyons needs to get out to their own 32-yard line. They'll stay in that 5-wide set here. Riley so far in the ballgame, 3 for 3 passing. Canyons looking at the sideline, ready to change the play. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Ball on the left hash. Riley takes the snap belt high, wants to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Needs to tuck the ball and does. Out across the 40, lost his helmet. He'll have to come off the field for a play, but he's got a first down out to the 41-yard line.
Yeah, it took the words right out of my mouth. Matt Riley found a little opening. That ball was hanging out there a little dangerously. Makes the juke and gets upfield and then kind of gets flopped on, so he'll have to come out for a snap. And a nice positive gain. But you always want to make sure you're protecting the ball, especially in a close rivalry type game like this.
We'll see our first look at Braden Ludiker today. Ludiker 8 for 8 this season, passing for 96 yards and a touchdown. He's 11 for 37 yards on rushing, and he picks up a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and that'll bring Giselle Riley the 4th back into the field. Ludiker out of Mission, Texas. Haven't seen him really here at home very often. There's Giselle Riley the 4th out of Golden, Colorado. Ludiker maybe the quarterback next year. Riley a sophomore. Logan Scarlett a sophomore as well, but he hasn't played, I think since about week 2.
Yeah, and Ludiker definitely brought a little bit of a spark to the Cougars last week. So again, interesting to see how the snaps will shake out the rest of the way tonight.
2nd down and 9. Canyons behind schedule here on this 2nd drive of the game for them. Riley takes the snap. He'll give it to Rameau. He's got a big hole up the middle across midfield, out to the 45-yard line, and he's got enough for a first down inside the 45 to the 43.
Almost right on cue, Matt. I believe that's about his 4th or 5th carry is when he really starts to see the field, get that burst. Nice hole up front. And then after that, he's just off and running.
There is a couple of flags, though, back on the Canyon side of midfield, so that might actually erase it here. I didn't see all the flags.
Personal foul, Clippy, number 99 of the defense.
And it's actually a personal foul on Bakersfield. Anthony Jordan Berry going to be called for a tripping penalty. I don't think we've seen that.
Yeah, definitely on the more rare side of calls. Cougars will take it nonetheless. I'm sure Rameau's happy. He has had some big-time runs called back this year due to penalty.
So you tack on 15 yards after the rush for Isaiah Rameau that got all the way out to the 43-yard line, and all of a sudden Canyon's inside the 30, down to the 28 of Bakersfield for a first down. Canyon so far today, 4 first downs, make it 5 actually. They've only been in third down twice so far, and are 1 of 2 on third down. We'll go 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Clock inside of 3 minutes and 15 seconds remaining here in this first quarter. A 3-0 Canyons lead. 4 wide receivers for the Cougars. Lone back in the backfield is Paul Camden. They'll dump it off underneath to Camden. He's hit, but he stays on his feet. First man in on the hit that time was Walker Mano, but Camden, a big body, is hard to bring down.
Yeah, big body, a tough runner. And again, we talked about whether he's in the fullback's position or getting carries, receptions out of the backfield. Always one of those guys that's tough to bring down. Has definitely earned his reps as the season has progressed.
Yeah, Camden this season on the ground, 5 for 68 yards. Average is 13.6 yards per carry. That's through the air, 13.6 yards per reception. He's 26 carries, 118 yards, and a touchdown, 4.5 yards per carry, which is still a pretty good average, all things considered. Anytime you're picking up 4 to 5 yards per carry, you're in good shape. Here's Riley, plenty of protection. Now he's going to step up and run with it, and he's brought down from behind, but he gets out towards the 20. They'll spot him at the 21. First man in to get him from behind was Miles Poole, who has 25 total tackles on the season for Bakersfield.
Yeah, you're going to see again, Riley, just some shifty maneuvering there in the backfield. Season opening, not afraid to go. Gets tangled up and taken down there. But again, those positives, sometimes those hard yards make the next down all the more manageable. Certainly the case here at 3rd and short. Under 2 to play in this opening quarter.
Yeah, 3rd down and 3. Canyons from this spot last time wasn't able to convert a 3rd down. The Cougars on 3rd down this year just 31%, which is 53rd best in the state of California. So they have struggled on 3rd down this season. They'll try here. They'll throw it to Mims, and I think he's barely going to get there. He's going to get the exact number he needed, I think. Or we'll see. They might need the sticks out to measure here.
Yeah, again, Matt, nice job hauling it in. Good concentration there. And then just kind of gets spun around, twists around, fighting for that extra yard. It's going to be really close, but they've waved the chains up. And so just enough. It is a game of inches, and he got that inch.
Mims 4 receptions already in the ball game. Actually, 3 receptions. 3 receptions, 67 yards. That long of 64 doing most of the work so far. 1st and 10 from the 18-yard line, a fresh set of downs for the Cougars as they go to work with 5 wide here for Giselle Riley the 4th. 3 out to the near side. Riley to throw towards the end zone. Pass incomplete. Beautifully touched ball. Only where Cole Crawford could get to it, but he was just wrapped up enough.
Yeah, the coverage was there. You're going to see step for step with Crawford. And Riley, just a nice job seeing that window and gets it right in the right place. Crawford almost came up with that, man. That would have been a spectacular one-handed touchdown grab. Just wasn't doing there. But again, another one of those guys looking for them to go back to. He has been a weapon here for the Cougars the last several weeks.
34 seconds left here on the first quarter game clock. Canyons leading 3-0. 2nd down and 10 from the Bakersfield 18-yard line, and so the Cougars are in the red zone for the second time today. Canyons 64% inside, 67% inside the red zone in terms of scoring points. They'll throw on to the near side. There is a flag. Pass was to Jesse Lepore. There's a flag in the offensive backfield space, so probably a hold here on Canyons.
We'll wait for the flag, but again, Lepore, another one of those opportunities. Looked like he might have had a inside track there, decided to bounce it outside. We'll wait for the explanation on the laundry there.
Canyons this year, they've only converted red zone opportunities into touchdowns 44% of the time this season, so 12 times from the red zone they've scored in 27 opportunities.
Holding on the offense. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. Replay, check it out.
So 10-yard penalty will back Canyons up, make it second down and 20 now from the 28-yard line. So you back yourself back out of the red zone.
Via YouTube and a broadcast partnership between SoCalCollegeSports.com and the Cougars.
Yeah, wrong place to be going backwards here, Matt.
Can also be viewed at any time.
Especially like we said, a couple positive plays back to back.
Sports Network YouTube page.
Riley asking for a play to get called in. Canyon's going to have to take a timeout here as they took too long getting a play into the quarterback. The first timeout on College of the Canyons. Each team has used a timeout with 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Still a 3-0 lead. So for Canyons here, again, Jesse, it comes down to just punching touchdowns in. That's kind of been part of the problem this year. We talked about it. Just 44%, 12-27 in the red zone scoring touchdowns this season. It's been a little bit of a struggle for this one.
Yeah, definitely need to convert at that point of the field. Also, I think a few of those letdowns over the course of the season been the result of turnovers and the interceptions, fumbles, and stuff in that area of the field that just really stunt anything that you're trying to do, any positive momentum that you can build on. So again, imperative, especially with a team that's not going to show any quit, that's going to fight to the end, with a lot to play for type scenario. You got to get these points and convert on these opportunities when they present themselves.
You talk about turnovers on Canyons this year. They've turned the ball over 19 times by way of interception and fumble. They've fumbled the ball 14 times, which is not terrible, all things considered, through 10 games, but that is a huge part, especially when you're down here in the red zone, as you talked about. We've seen it a few times, fumbling near the end zone, near the goal line, turnovers on downs as well, trying to go for it on a fourth down instead of converting a field goal. We'll see what they do here on second down and 20 from the 28-yard line of Bakersfield. With 6 seconds to go here in the first quarter, this will be the last play of the first quarter. As Riley waits, now he walks up to the line of scrimmage to bark out a protection. Rameau, the only back in the backfield with him. As he'll give to Rameau, who will try the right side, then probes back up the middle. And again, another regiment of renegades all in there trying to punch out the football. Rameau gets back to the 20-yard line. That'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. So Canyons a 3-0 lead. One final look at the first quarter play here. As Rameau right up the gut. Nice little gain of about 9 yards, and we'll take a break here at the end of the first quarter.
That is the end of the first quarter.
right, we begin the second quarter as we've switched sides of the field. 3rd and 12 for Canyons from the Bakersfield 20-yard line. Riley to throw towards the end zone.
He's in.
Pass is complete for a touchdown to Jared Mims. I was waiting on the signal. Mims comes away with it on a beautiful throw from Giselle Riley.
Riley, plenty of time, good protection. Ball comes in a little low, and Mims is able to go down and scoop it up for the touchdown. And like we talked about, Matt, imperative that they execute at this point of the field. Nothing like coming out after the break, firing one into pay dirt. It's a nice job by this Cougars offense. Take the 10-0 lead, pending the PAT here.
3rd touchdown reception of the season for Jared Mims. Extra point try from Asadi is up and in for Giselle Riley, the 4th, just his 8th touchdown pass of the season. But Canyons with a 10-0 lead on an excellent second drive of the ballgame. It's been low possession so far. Each team, Canyons with 2 possessions, Bakersfield with just 1. Clock just moving along here. Is a 10-0 Canyons lead.
Yeah, like you talked about, Matt, just, you play your game, you dictate the pace of things. And so far the Cougars been able to do that. That was a rapid first quarter. You don't find the end zone until the first snap of the second, but obviously a nice start here. Long way to go, but you like what you've seen so far out of Riley and company. Look to get that run game going and let the defense do what it does.
Yeah, Riley 7 of 8 for 101 yards and a touchdown through the air so far. He's 4 carries for 40 yards on the ground. Ramo 6 carries for 29 yards. And Jared Mims, the standout so far, with 4 receptions for 87 yards and a touchdown here in the ball game. As Canyons with a 10-0 lead, as they will kick it away. Dylan Gomez doing the kickoff duties as he's done for most of the season. Nettles will take it out from the 1-yard line. He'll bring it out up the right hash. He bounces off one tackle, still on his feet. He's across the 30, has to just beat Gomez, who runs him out of bounds. That's a really good job by Dylan Gomez, the kicker that time, to just make sure he stays with Nettles and runs him out of bounds.
Yeah, Gomez had him in his sights all the way, took a nice angle, but circle that as a big special teams play for the Renegades. And in a game like this, which you think is going to be a back and forth, that could be the edge, or at least the spark that gets you going, gets you on the board. But a nice job there from that special teams unit. And now the Cougars defense going to have a little bit of a challenge, greater challenge here on their hands.
Yeah, Bakersfield in a shorter field here. They're on the plus side of the 50 at the Canyons 47-yard line. They'll give on first down to Jernigan. He'll try the right side, and he's wrapped up at the line of scrimmage on that far side of the field. There was a group of Cougars there. I think.
Yeah, I'm going Tony Testa.
I was going to say it was
one.
Tony Testa again.
I can see the club hand out there, but has, again, shown no limitations. He has been all over the field tonight. You see it today. You see him just kind of bounce it out. Nice job wrapping up. Again, hard to do with one arm, but he's made 2 or 3 plays at least here so far in the early going.
I think Adam Gookins was over there as well to help out. So it's a gain of a half a yard. They'll give him a full yard, I guess. They'll give it once again, and this time it's Nettles right up the middle with a head of steam, and he's got a huge carry all the way down inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. Jadaniel Nettles with a big carry that time.
Yeah, nice hole. Again, credit to the Renegades, went right back at it. And he just gets downhill and is off and running.
Nettles last week, 20 carries for 122 yards and a touchdown. 131 carries this season for 770 yards and 8 scores. They'll give this time to Jernigan, and he's out to the 20-yard line, so a 5-yard pickup. And Bakersfield starting to find their rhythm on the offensive line, starting to push Canyon's defensive front around just a touch.
Yeah, and again, with his big physical front and run game philosophy, you kind of figured it was a matter of time before they got things clicking. You pair that with a short field, you get a nice big chunk on your second play, and you're off in business. So Canyon's going to have to employ what we've said a lot this year, Matt, that bend don't break, especially here in the red zone.
Pistol formation with Nettles behind Woods. They'll give to Nettles. He goes to the right. He's brought down, but he's got enough for a first down at the 19-yard line. Renegades in the red zone for the first time today. They're 85% in the red zone this season, 34 for 40. and they've scored 25 touchdowns when they get into the red zone this season.
Impressive numbers, no doubt. And that just shows a focus in that area of the field, you know, whether it be a special play package or a different philosophy up front. But you convert like that, typically good things are going to happen, and we've seen a couple of those 50-point outbursts from the Renegades this year.
Now those 2 carries, 28 yards. They'll split him and Jernigan to each side of Woods. They'll give to Jernigan. He'll try the right. He's got maybe 2 yards as he gets to about the 11-yard line.
Yeah, kind of just ran into a wall of Cougar defenders there. Things got bunched up. But again, hard running, keeping the feet moving, and still getting some progress.
So second down here for Bakersfield. They're down to the 11-yard line. They can get a first down. They need to go to about the Canyons 4, I think. I think they said it was 1st and 10 from the 14. Pistol set this time. Play action. Woods rolling, throwing towards the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for their leading target, Dylan Johnson, and Xavier Perry out there in coverage for Canyons.
Yeah, I knew it was one of those single-digit numbers, and that's Xavier Perry. He's been tremendous in coverage this year. A couple picks along the way, and does just enough to get between the ball and the receiver, get a hand on that.
Johnson's been the main Bakersfield target this season. 22 receptions, 474 yards, and 6 scores. So you know that's the guy they look for, and it's going to be tough sledding if he's going to go matching up against Xavier Perry this season, who's been excellent in the passing game defensively. Woods throws, this time to the tight end. Not going to be enough for a first down for Dylan Flower, as he was brought down that time by Mylan Walker, just a yard short of the mark.
That's really a nice job by Mylan Walker, Matt. He's oversized on that. He gets matched up with the tight end and just does his best to bring him down. Same thing, prevented that momentum from slinging the ball carrier forward. Mylan Walker, one of those guys each and every week, is high up in the stat sheet, either the leader or among the leaders in tackles, also plays a role on special teams.
Bakersfield 7 of 16 on 4th down. They're going to go for it. They give. And they're going to, I think, be a yard short. They're going to be marked a yard short here. Jernigan did not get there. He needed to get to the 4.
And that's just a nice job, Matt, knowing standing your ground on back-to-back plays here. Starts with the Mylan Walker tackle this play before. Yeah, I couldn't tell who it was, but a lot of big bodies in the middle there trying to prevent that, and they did their job.
So Canyons defense comes up with a big 4th down stop, as Bakersfield electing to try and go for it on 4th and a yard. With their 2 big backs, they handed it to Jernigan, and the big bodies up front for Canyons get a turnover on downs. So Canyons defense coming away big. You talked about that bend don't break, and there it was on full display.
Exactly what you needed. I mean, credit to the Renegades. They had their philosophy there down the stretch, and the drive was working for them. Weren't afraid to run the ball again. Came up a little bit short. Like I said, back-to-back impact plays by the Cougar defense. And that's how it happens, Matt. Little things become big things, and now the Cougars with the ball back.
95 yards for the Cougars to work as they'll start 1st and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Rameau behind Riley. They'll fake to Rameau on an option run, and Riley will dive forward for 2 yards just to give him a little more breathing room out to the 7.
Yeah, that's exactly what that play call is. You know, you hope for more than 2, but the 2 can seem like a whole lot at that point of the field. Just kind of get some room to maneuver here a little bit.
Canyons is pinned down deep on their last drive, went 92 yards over 7 minutes and 21 seconds for a touchdown. Would love another one of those drives right here. 2nd down and 8 from their own 7-yard line. 10:30 to go here in the first half. Cougars with a 10-0 lead over Bakersfield. Riley, the quarterback. Rameau to his right. 2 receivers out to the each side, as they'll counter with Rameau to the left, and he'll get out to the 15-yard line. Bunch of Bakersfield bodies in there on the pile. I didn't see who came away first. I know Struck was one of the guys in there. That's enough for a first down.
A whole lot of bodies on both sides. That was just a moving pile once Rameau got mixed up in the middle of it. So a nice job just converting here and again, long way to go, but you don't feel like your back's right up against the end zone.
So now you've got a first down. Canyons so far today, 8 first downs in the ball game. They're moving the ball well offensively. We talked about needing an offensive bounce back, and so far here early on, yeah, just 10 points, but you've moved the ball well on both your possessions so far. This your third opportunity. They'll throw a screen to Camden, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. As in on the tackle, out in coverage that time was Tyler Lewis.
Yeah, Lewis, you're going to see here, just kind of slips a block. Camden looked like he had some room in front of him. Lewis, a nice job. You're going to see just getting right past and into the backfield there.
Lewis, a high tackle defensive back with 39 tackles coming into the ball game today. He's got 2 so far today. So give him up over 40 now on the season. We'll go second down at 11. It's a loss of a yard, they say, for Canyons. Rameau, the lone back. 2 receivers out to each side. They'll move Rameau to the left side of Riley as they work off the right hash, moving to our right here in the second quarter. Riley needs to get away or get rid of the football. He stops up, tries to throw, has it batted out of the air. Was diving through was Richard Gooden that time to knock it away and knock Riley down in the process.
Yeah, that could have been dangerous. You understand the thought process of Riley here, just trying to get out of harm's way and then get that one downfield, make something happen. But that defender almost bodied that ball and took it the other way. And again, one of those miscues similar to last week that you just don't want to have happen here. Things are going well. Something like that would certainly stymie those efforts and give the Renegades a whole lot of momentum going the other way.
Third down and 11. Canyons on a long third down play here. Third and long has not been their friend this season. Riley to throw on third and long. Pass. Incomplete. It was intended for Cole Crawford. He had his body on it.
Yeah, just couldn't haul that one in. We're going to see how it comes in. Maybe a little low. But the defender did his job to kind of disrupt things, and nothing doing there for the Cougars.
So Canyons will punt this one away. First time today they've had to punt. William Strike, the punter this season. 1,800 yards for Strike, averaging 37.3, a long of 72, and he's pinned the defense inside the 20-14 times. This is a great punt. Going to take a huge Canyons bounce all the way down inside the 35 before it rolls out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. That's a really good job from William Strike that time to flip the field. And Canyons was pinned back inside their own 20.
Yeah, Strike had a productive season all year long, has handled the punting duties, has gotten a couple special team player of the week bids, has done a nice job out there. Like you said, not flipping the field, pinning opponents back. And it's a nice special teams weapon for the Cougars.
Here we go on first and 10. Ball on the Bakersfield 33-yard line. Woods, the quarterback. They'll give on first down right up the middle. Nettles, and he's out across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Daniel Nettles with a head of steam right through the middle that time, Jesse.
Yeah, again, these Bakersfield runners have been doing good things, running hard. And I think that's in keeping with the philosophy that we've talked about. You're going to be fast, you're going to be physical. You're going to see what happens here.
Here we go on second down and 2. This is what Bakersfield did on their last drive, just kind of methodically moved the ball on the ground. They have not asked Carson Woods to really throw it much today. The one time he did, it got broken up by Xavier Perry, which, believe it or not, for Perry is his 7th breakup of the season, and there's a delay of game on Bakersfield.
Yeah, and a costly penalty just in terms of where it comes with second and short. Now you're looking at a second and long. And something that potentially could have been avoided there, Matt.
They're actually going to be able to avoid the penalty. They say they gave him a timeout just before. So they're picking up the flag. It's a timeout for Bakersfield. It'll be second down and 2 out of the timeout. So the 25-yard line of the Renegades. So far, Bakersfield in the ball game.
or tacos, quesadillas.
Only 15 total plays for Bakersfield, 74 total yards. They've thrown for 24.
Vendors are prepared to accept both cash and credit/tip payments, so be sure to
So
stop
they've
by
ran for
all your in-game concession needs.
50 total yards here in the ballgame on 10 attempts. Canyons, 24 plays so far, 182 yards. 100 of those coming through the air here today, as Giselle Riley IV has been very efficient, 8 for 11 here in the ballgame. 82 yards on the ground for the Cougars.
Yeah, I've been impressed with Riley's start so far, especially like we talked about, coming off what could be a bit of a demoralizing defeat last week. The ability to come back to work and get things straightened out has been a good sign for him.
Possession has also very much been in favor of Canyons, doubling up Bakersfield right now. 14 minutes and 32 seconds in the possession for Canyons. Bakersfield just 6 minutes and 59 seconds to this point. They'll run here on second down, and that time it's going to be Nettles pushing the pile. Nettles is just a big body, 6 foot, 207 pounds out of Escambia County. And he's got a first down.
Yeah, why not? Second and short, you go give it to the big body. Let him rumble and bumble up there. And now it looks like a player down, Matt.
Canyons player down on the field, right at the midfield stripe. Looks like it's Adam Gookins. Or it's actually, looks like it's Xavier Perry.
Yeah, I think it's Xavier Perry.
That's not good for Canyons. Perry has been excellent this year. The sophomore out of Sherman Oaks, Notre Dame. 33 tackles this season, 6 breakups. Has not had an interception to his credit, or has had 2 interceptions, to his credit. He's been excellent this year on the defensive side, and that's certainly not a guy you want to lose. Good news is he's walking off under his own power. Buitrago, Patty Villanueva, the athletic trainers, both out there to check on Xavier Perry. So he'll get some help off the field. He's talking to the sidelines, so likely to get checked out and maybe go back in there. 7:29 to go here in the first half. 1st and 10 for Bakersfield. It's the ball spotted at the 45-yard line of the Renegades. As they'll give Nettles, gets to the line of scrimmage, and then a strength of Cougars all there to collect him. I saw Brandon Bryant, I saw Elijah Hall, I think I saw the entire defensive line. And that's what you're going to need to do against Nettles.
Yeah, get everyone there and play to the whistle. Meet your friends at the party.
Hall had that final little push. Hall and Bryant with 18 and 14 tackles, respectively, this season. 2nd down and 9 from the 46-yard line as they gave Nettles a gain of a yard. He'll stand at a pistol set behind Woods. He'll get the carry, tries the left side, stumbles his way forward out across the 50 to the 45-yard line as he's tripped up. And it'll be 3rd down for Bakersfield, about 4, so a little behind schedule, but in good position here on a 3rd and short.
Yeah, definitely a 3rd and manageable here. Bakersfield really needing to sustain a drive here, Matt, and any chance of getting points on the board, but more so just to kind of keep themselves in the ballgame. You don't want to give Canyons another possession, especially as well as Riley's playing right now. This offensive line doing good things for him. So circle this one as a big 3rd down in this first half.
Anytime you're in 4th and 3rd minus, you're in a good shape. Bakersfield going to throw here. They'll swing it out to Nettles. He's got enough speed to get across midfield, and they're going to mark him a yard short of the first down marker. He needed to get to the 45. He gets to the 44. That'll bring up 4th down and 1, and this is where Canyons stopped Bakersfield last time, deep in their own end.
Yeah, just enough there. Looks like Bakersfield opting for the punt, especially at this point of the field.
Remember, the Renegades will get the ball out of the halftime break. I think if you're Canyons, you have to be careful here and watch for a fake, as this is certainly a spot where you could run that if you're Bakersfield.
Exactly what I was thinking here.
That's why they pay you the big bucks. Mylan Walker standing about the 10-yard line. Aronson standing at his own 39-yard line for Bakersfield. It's a good snap this time. Aronson will get a good spiraling punt in the air. The wind gonna kind of press it back, but it takes a great Bakersfield bounce. I'm not sure they were able to down that at the 1. They're gonna give them the half-yard line.
That was very close. Felt like he let it bounce one too many times.
I think it was Wattenberger that time in on the play that was able to down it.
So a similar scenario here, Matt, for the Cougars backed up here. They're going to start on about the inch line.
Yep.
It looks like. So not a lot of room for mistakes. At the same time, a great opportunity if you can get out of this area of the field and have a prolonged drive. You look to run out the remainder of this half.
That's been the highlight. Excellent start on the special teams side for Bakersfield here today, as they've had a couple of good returns. They've had a couple of good punts. Canyons at the half-inch line, so it'll be 99.5 yards to run here. As Riley with Ramon in the backfield, 4 wide for Canyons. Riley to throw. Holds on to it, now throws it downfield. Pass complete. Jared Mims over the middle. Lost the football, but they're going to put him down at the 42-yard line. And it's enough for a huge chunk play and a first down.
Nice job here. Again, Riley just slings it over the middle. Mims, yeah, clearly down. Knee, shoulder, elbow, anything you want to call. But that could have been bad had it gone the other way. And the Cougars, again, back in business here. Clock continues to tick. And still some territory in front of them here, but that's a nice start, especially considering you're on the half-inch yard line. And no fear to call that pass play there, knowing the protection was good and that Riley was going to be able to get that out.
It's just a little seam route from Mims. He's got 5 receptions over 100 yards and a touchdown in the ball game. Canyons out to their own 42. They'll go 1st and 10 from there with Ramo in the backfield. Riley to throw. He's completed 9 of 12, make it 10 of 13. Pass caught by JT Signs across midfield out to the 44-yard line. It'll be another Canyons first down.
Signs hauling in his first catch of the game here. And again, Riley showing just no fear and another nice ball. So you combine him with Signs with Mims, you get a little bit of a run game going. This Cougars offense is really cooking here so far in this first half.
Clock inside of 4 minutes to go here in the first half. Canyons on the plus side of midfield at the Bakersfield 44-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Modified pistol set this time with Ramo back to the left of Riley. 3 receivers out to the far side. They'll give to Ramo right through the middle of the pile, and he gets 2 hard-fought yards and nothing else. Riley 10 of 13 for 155 yards. Mims 5 of those 10 receptions for 128 yards and a tutty. Averaging 25.6 yards per reception, which is a ridiculous number here early in the ball game as we go 2nd down and 8 for Canyons from the Bakersfield 42-yard line. Clock continues to tick inside of 3:15. 2 receivers split out to each side for the Cougars as they go 2nd down. Riley will look to the sideline to change the play. With 8 on the play clock, they'll reset. They stack 2 receivers on the near side. They'll pitch. Ramo slips 1 tackle, still on his feet across the 40 out to the 39-yard line. There's a nice comeback block there by TJ Taylor on this pitch play.
Yeah, TJ Taylor does a lot of good things. Almost got horse collared. But again, one of those stalwarts on this offensive line who are playing well here today.
3rd down and 5, so a little long here on 3rd down for Canyons. So far today, they've converted 3 of 5 3rd down opportunities. And on the 2-minute timeout here, we'll see if they can get one final play in. Riley needs to hurry up. 2 seconds on the play clock. They'll get the snap off. Riley looks to his right first, now to his left, then back to his right, and he'll run for a first down as he slides down inside the 30-yard line. Riley checked everywhere, didn't have anything, and just decided, I'm going to go.
Yeah, had all day back there. Again, another nice protection job. And you can see him just make his reads all the way across.
Even kind of pointed,
yeah,
said, just block,
just
block, we're going. That'll take us to the 2-minute timeout. 1:58 to go here in the first half. 10-0 Canyons. They've got a first down and 10 when we come back.
Let me read that one more time. Ultimately, like give a warm College of the Canyons welcome to all the veterans and active duty military personnel with us in the stadium today. Thank you very much. Appreciate your service to this great nation and our appreciation for the many sacrifices you and your loved ones have made in the name of freedom. A happy upcoming Veterans Day weekend to you all. Thank you for your service.
So back out of the 2-minute timeout, 1:58 to go here in the first half. Canyons with a first down and 10 from the 31-yard line of Bakersfield. Threatening once again, trying to add to their 10-0 lead, as it's been pretty much exactly what you wanted out of a first half for College of the Canyons. Remo to the left of Riley. They'll give on a counter play to the near side, and Remo picks up 2 yards. One of the Bakersfield defenders lost his helmet. It looks like Mario Rivas Jr. will have to go off for a play.
Yeah, Remo doing his best just to kind of find a little seam there. They closed up in a hurry.
So call it 2nd down and 8. Canyons gets to the 29-yard line. Need to get to the Bakersfield 21 for a first down. 1:42 remaining here in the first half. Canyons taking their time. Want to run this as far down as they can and put up as many points as they possibly can here before the close of the half. They lead 10-0. Pistol formation here. Remo in the backfield behind Riley. They'll give Remo. Spins. And is not going to have really much. Gets maybe a yard as he was brought down. I believe Miguel Zepeda was one of the first men in on the tackle that time.
Yeah, brought down and survived a couple punches at the end of the play too, as this Bakersfield Renegades team, 95, comes in punching almost every
Xander Polito just trying to
every
find
pile.
any strip, yeah. Canyon's going to let this one run down inside of 50 seconds before they get their next snap off on 3rd down and 6. From the 27-yard line of Bakersfield. Remo to the right of Riley. 2 receivers out to each side for Canyons. Riley to throw here on 3rd and 6 towards the end zone. Looking in and out of the hands of the intended target, Jesse Lepore. And it'll bring up 4th down. And actually, scratch that. It wasn't Lepore. It was Brandon Fajardo that was trying to come up with it.
Yeah, Riley, another nice ball. It was right on the mark. Just had a trouble bringing that one in. The defender was in the area. I'm sure that complicated matters, but Riley again has thrown good ball after good ball, meeting his mark.
Yeah, just the 5th incomplete pass in the ball game. Canyon's going to take a timeout. They let this play clock run all the way down to 9. It looks like they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They're kind of in a funky spot for the Cougars. The kicking game has not really worked out the way they would like it to this season, when you look at all things considered. For Dylan Gomez and for Justin Asadi, 7 of 10 this year, as long as only 44. Gomez has attempted 2 field goals and has made one of them in a long of 23. So it's kind of a coin flip spot for Cambridge.
Yeah, and you consider you're at about 43, 44 yards now with the wind blowing a little bit. You know, the chance 6 yards is manageable, chance to pick up a first down and hurry up and go. So I think what you maybe do is call 2 plays here, Matt. If you're going to go for it, you go ahead and try and get you got to have
4th
it
and
6.
6.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying if you get the first down, you're going to want to run up and try and at least get one more off.
I understand you now. I was confused. I was like, what are you talking
I'll
about?
make sure I was making sense.
Call it 2. What are you talking about?
Especially if you're going to try and convert here.
You know, it's a swirling wind here at Cougar Stadium too at times. It doesn't really stay in one direction. Kind of the hills and the hill of the trees to our right kind of messes with things a little bit.
Enough to sway some branches and flip inside out some umbrellas, but you don't know how that'll be on the field.
So we'll go 4th down and 6. 34 seconds to go here in the first half. Canyon's going 5 wide here on this 4th and 6 play for Giselle Riley. 2-step drop, throwing. Nearly intercepted, incomplete. Out on coverage that time was Aiden Moreno, so it's turnover on downs just outside the red zone for Canyons.
Yeah, coverage was there. I think maybe Riley shorted this one just a little bit. And the defender was able to step in front of the ball.
He's trying for his main target of the day, Jared Mims. So turnover on downs. Canyons this season now on 4th down, 7 of 12. Bakersfield has some options here. They can try and go quick, 29 seconds to go. They can kneel on it and come out with the football at the start of the second half. We'll see what they do here as Woods in the backfield wants to throw. Swing pass to the far side to Jernigan. He's gotten across the 30 out to about the 33, and he's knocked out of bounds. I think they're going to give him the 35-yard line, so it's an 8-yard pickup here on 1st down for Bakersfield. Renegades with just 1 timeout remaining here in the first half. So saving that timeout, Jernigan getting out of bounds. Quick look at the out-of-town scoreboard. 14-13, Fullerton leading Golden West right now at Fullerton. Woods to throw on play action, rolls out onto the near side. That's a beautiful throw right into the hands of Dylan Johnson. Enough for a 1st down out to the 49-yard line, and they stop the clock.
Stop the clock, get yourself in a position where you at least can take a couple shots down the field here. That's a big-time gain in terms of what it allows you to do with these final 17 seconds.
They still have 1 timeout too, so you do have the middle of the field open to you if you need it. It's Jernigan in the backfield next to Woods. Woods, 3-step drop out of the shotgun, throwing pass nearly picked off. It was just behind Troy Cabral, and he just could not come up with it.
Yeah, it would have been nice to take that and go the other way. Like you said, was in position. Lingered on the ground for a moment just because he felt like he could have had that one. But still a pass breakup nonetheless.
Carson Woods 6 of 9 for 49 yards so far. With 13 seconds, he'll go to work on 2nd down and 9. Or 2nd down and 10, I should say. He's going to run it himself this time. Gets around 1 man, still on his feet across the 40, and then scampers out of bounds at the Canyons' 35-yard line. And with 5 seconds to go, you've got at least 1 shot at the end zone for Bakersfield if you want it.
Yeah, they've done a nice job putting themselves in position, even if they don't come up with points here. At least to have an opportunity to go down the field. Heck, who knows? You get a penalty, something else prolongs this half.
I say you get at least 1.
You know, this is how good things can happen. You put yourself in an opportunity to do so.
Canyon's going to use their final timeout to talk things over here. Dan Corbett down there says, "No, let's get our defense set. We saw the setup. Let's see what we can do." So for Bakersfield, you've got a couple of options here with that 1 timeout. You do have a quick pass play over the middle potentially and try and get down with 1 second, get yourself in field goal range, or it's a shot at the end zone. I think with a 10-0 lead, you probably see the shot at the end zone considering they get the ball out of half.
Yeah, I think you take the shot, hope for a penalty maybe if you don't convert. And that's part of the timeout. Dan Corbett just making sure everyone's on the same page, all 3 levels, in terms of where you're supposed to be, who's handling what. And it'd be the worst thing you could happen here is a touchdown to end this half. And I believe Bakersfield gets the ball coming out of halftime. So Really just want to maintain control here if you're the Cougars with what has been a well-played first half.
Got to think for Bakersfield, for Carlos Villa, who's their field goal kicker, as long as 41. So you've got to get to about the 25, I would say, to give them a shot. And you only have 5 seconds to work here. You can see Canyons really out of the timeout. You can kind of see them on the left side of your screen. 2 of their 4 defensive backs all standing at the 5-yard line to make sure nothing gets past them into the end zone here. So they're giving Bakersfield that short slant. It's an incomplete pass on a drop to Jaheim Alexander. That was exactly, I think, Bakersfield's thought process. Let's get to the 25, get down real quick, and try for a field goal instead now.
And it was right there. I mean, he was going down, just didn't hold on to the ball. Yep.
Maybe saw some footsteps coming across the middle, and I think it was Corey Mortensen maybe running through the middle that time for Canyons. So now Bakersfield, with 3 seconds, has 1 play remaining. 10 to go on the play clock. False start on Bakersfield.
False start, number 60 on the offense. 5-yard penalty.
Goes against
Second down.
Mamena, Oliver Mamena, the offensive lineman. It might actually be the center. Yep. So snap violation, false start on the center that time. So Bakersfield now from the 40-yard line will have 1 final play here in the first half. Second down and 15. Woods to throw. Now he's got to step up, and he's sacked behind the line of scrimmage as he tried to step through. Charles Milner, Safangalangi both there. They'll split the sack. And that'll take us to the end of the first half.
Well, that's one way to end the half, Matt. Just come home, meet the quarterback right there. Boom, that's a big-time hit on the takedown. And he'll be feeling that one on the long trip back to the locker room.
Lange now with 4 tackles in the ball game. Canyons a 10-0 lead as we go to the halftime break here from Cougar Stadium.
Hey everybody, we are Fat Cat Swingers! And we're looking forward to seeing you next in Cause I'm not cashing out yet, I'd rather let it ride. Heads or tails, my friend, it's up to you. Just make sure you don't bite off more than you can chew. Heads or tails, my friend, which do you choose? Just be aware that in the end, the more you have, the more you got, the more that you could lose.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's going to go. So,
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved. Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
After a lifetime in this game, a bad joint shouldn't stop you from sharing some skills. Our same-day hip procedures keep you playing on.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get free sub through the app.
Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So large, they call you hang time. But say, someday you catch a bad landing. Our advanced knee operations keep you playing on.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
You've tossed that same ball over and over and over for years, until maybe you overdo it. Our technology lets you heal quicker to keep you playing on.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go, so.
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now.
After a lifetime in this game, a bad joint shouldn't stop you from sharing some skills. Our same-day hip procedures keep you playing on.
Can I get it Mike's way? What's happening?
And your free sub. Enjoy.
That was super weird.
Oh, that? Nah. She just used the shore points you can now earn from chip and drink purchases to get a free sub through the app.
Download the Jersey Mike's app and earn rewards towards free subs with every sub, Pepsi, and Lay's you purchase.
So large, they call you hang time. But say, someday you catch a bad landing. Our advanced knee operations keep you playing on.
Make hosting your next event easy with the Dr. Diane G. Van Hook University Center. With over 30 meeting spaces, wireless video teleconferencing capabilities, food service, and technical support available, the University Center has everything you need to make your next event shine. Conveniently located near the 5 and 14 freeways in Santa Clarita, the University Center offers easy access to local airports and many attractions, making it the ideal meeting place for everyone. To learn more about our rental options or to book now, visit canyons.edu/University Center.
You've tossed that same ball over and over and over for years, until maybe you overdo it. Our technology lets you heal quicker to keep you playing on.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And students don't just earn degrees, they catapult into desirable careers in top 4-year universities for just $46 per unit. Quality education without crushing debt. Ditch the cookie-cutter mold of college and make college work for you. Register now at canyons.edu/schedule.
The Jersey Mike's catering box is the easiest way to feed your friends. The hard part is picking your sub. That's why we're having a draft. With the first pick, Sarah from Carolina selects number 13, the original Italian.
You know, I trusted my gut, and that's exactly where the sub's gonna go. So
Hold on, we've got a trade. Jake traded his second pick with me, because I'm starved.
Freshly sliced subs to go, wherever you and your friends go. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
Whether we're on the move or stuck in one place, it's with us, comforting, healing, and transforming lives. It's the power of you. With 4 world-class hospitals and over 170 clinics across Southern California, together, we're building a healthier community. We're your neighbors, your friends, your family. It begins with you. UCLA Health.
College of the Canyons is always ready when it comes to your athletic future. With 17 intercollegiate sports programs to cheer for, opportunities for student athletes to learn, train, and compete, and a championship mindset that has produced state and national titles, College of the Canyons and the Cougars athletics programs offer a great college experience. Take control of your athletic future at College of the Canyons. Visit canyons.edu/schedule and cocathletics.com now. Welcome back into Cougar Stadium. A 10-0 Canyons lead out of halftime as we get ready for second half action here. College of the Canyons and Bakersfield here on this Saturday. Final game of the regular season for the Cougars. Jesse, a good first half. Giselle Riley was excellent in that first half through the year, 10 of 15 for 155 yards. Jared Mims, 5 receptions, 128 yards, and a touchdown in that first half of the Cougars.
Yeah, Riley and company doing some good things. I saw a lot of positives out there, both sides of the ball. That being said, I still think could have been a bigger differential here for the Cougars. They execute a couple things a little bit differently. They probably got a little bit bigger of an advantage. Credit to Bakersfield, hanging in there, playing. They haven't had the most success offensively. A couple nice runs, couple things going their way, couple defensive stops. So again, I would look to see more of the same. There's not going to be any quit on either side. Here we go.
A short kick from Canyons taken at the 23-yard line for a fair catch. And it'll be the Bakersfield offense coming out on the field. Talking about the Canyons offense after a good first half, 10 points, good yardage on their offensive side. The defense was great. They got a 4th down stop on 4th and short at their own 5-yard line in that first half to keep Bakersfield off the board. They have done a phenomenal job, have put up a 0 so far as they get to work here to start this third quarter.
I think if you're Bakersfield, you really got to come out and force the issue here, Matt. You know, still scoreless. You don't want to give Canyons another crack at things. So look for a methodical, prolonged offensive approach here. And again, really trying to get that run game going.
Renegades going on first down. They'll give Nettles. He's been the big man on the backfield so far. 6 carries, 46 yards. And he picks up a chunk of 5 on first down from the 25-yard line. Because of the fair catch at the 23, you move the ball out to the 25 to start because it's inside that marker. That's one of those funky rules that I always forget about.
Glad we have you here for the explanation.
Forgot. I was like, oh yeah, that's right. They start at the 25. Here we go. Second down and 5. Nettles with a big hole this time. Right up the middle. He's out to the 40. And he's brought down at the 41-yard line by Canyons. As I believe it was Dylan McIntosh in on the tackle.
And Nettles really running with some determination here. Again, a nice quick burst as soon as he sees that hole.
Ascari and McIntosh on the tackle.
Ascari Chojala in there as well. So Bakersfield, 2 plays, a quick first down. First and 10 from their own 41-yard line. We stay with Nettles as the lone back in the backfield. Woods will give Nettles, will try the left side this time, and he runs into a pile of gray jerseys. I would love to tell you who was first in on the tackle, but there was a bunch of people there. It looks like.
Nettles on another carry.
See if we can tell on the replay here, but yeah, a sea of gray.
I think Diego Ulich might have been the first one there.
I'll roll with that one. Like you said, a lot of bodies there up front.
I think I heard an 80 called out from our left in the booth here. So second down and 9, a gain of just 1 for Nettles as he's been the feature back so far on this drive. He'll get the carry again on a counter play up the left side, or the right side, scratch that. He's out to the 49-yard line of Bakersfield. That'll bring up third down and 2. So again, 3rd and 4 minus for Bakersfield. You're in a good spot here.
A heavy dose of Nettles here on this drive. It's kind of what we thought coming out of the half. You know, that's been their bread and butter of this program the last, as far back as I can remember. And when you need to lift yourself up and get back into a ball game, that's typically what you're going to employ.
And let the offensive line go to work, control the clock. 3rd and 2 here. They need to get to the Canyons' 49-yard line. Cougars try and bunch up in the middle. Nettles right through the middle anyway. And he's across the 45 to the 44-yard line of Canyons. Bakersfield in plus territory here to start the 3rd quarter.
Canyons with a little bit of a personnel shift here. Again, you face 6 straight runs. You got to figure you're going to face a 7.
Well, at some point, you got to expect Canyons maybe to load the box a little bit more. Bakersfield's only thrown 10 passes through the first 30 minutes of play. So we go 1st and 10 here. Ball spotted at the Canyons' 44-yard line. Nettles the lone back. They'll throw here. That pass knocked up in the air by Xavier Perry as it was intended on the outside for Amarius Rowell. So Perry gets another PBU.
Perry so quick, almost was able to get back to it, tipped it to himself. The old solo tip drill. Again, another one of those impact players on the outside for Canyons, having a tremendous season.
Interesting, Bakersfield calls the pass after 6 straight running plays.
They must have heard us on the the coach's box, because they definitely changed things up there.
Near the right hash here, we'll go on 2nd down and 10. Nettles in the backfield, they'll give to him. He'll try the right side, outside the hash, inside the numbers. Gets to about the 40-yard line, a modest gain of just 4. And it'll bring up 3rd down and about 6 here for Canyons.
Milner brings down Nettles.
So 3rd down and long here for Bakersfield. So far today, the Renegades on 3rd down, 2 of 5. Need 6 yards down to the Canyons' 34-yard line for a first down. Nettles the feature back. They load everybody near the line of scrimmage, do the Renegades. Tight end in there to block is Dylan Fowler. He's been known to catch in the passing game as well. They'll give. Nettles able to counter. He was going left side all the way, and Canyons had it scouted, and he just decided to put his foot in the ground and go back to the right, and he's got enough for a first down.
Yeah, nice vision and decision making there, because everyone was definitely wrapped up in the counter. You're going to see here, I don't know if that was by design or by vision, but he definitely reversed course on that one. And again, has been the featured player here on this first series of the second half.
This drive for Bakersfield starting from their own 25-yard line. It's been 7 rushes for Nettles and 1 pass play, and they've gotten it all the way down to the Canyons 30. Woods will throw over the middle. That looked like more of a broken play, but it works out for Jadaniel Nettles, who catches the pass down inside the 10. Or down inside the 15, excuse me, almost near the 10.
Yeah, you're going to see it looked like almost he was going to roll out something. Then he just kind of spins, finds the seam up the middle.
I would say that was designed.
Yeah, I think so too.
Just constant looks. It looked like maybe play action, maybe trying to that little spin pass to the near side, but instead going right up the middle. So it's 1st and 10.
Meantime, you see who gets lost in the shuffle.
Yep. Ball inside the red zone for Bakersfield. They'll give this time as the fresh back is Jernigan, and he gets a gain of 3 yards down to about the 11-yard line. We'll call it 2 actually. 2nd down and 8 here. So Bakersfield in the red zone. So far today, when they got into the red zone earlier, they turned it over on downs. So it's just their 2nd trip to the red zone today. Put it at the 11-yard line. Nettles again. Drives the pile forward. Judah Plett was there to try and bring him down with some help from a few of his friends. Looked like it might have been Safunga Langi there again as well. So it'll bring up 3rd down and 3.
Big time sequence coming up here, Matt. You can't get in here. You got to figure they're going to kick and get on the board.
Got to get to the 3-yard line for a 1st down. It's a little longer than 3. It's more like 3rd down and 5. Woods to throw, incomplete. Nettles was looking for it, and I believe, was that Charles Milner running through? Yes, it was.
Yeah, Milner in coverage. I think got a hand up there. They will either misdirect or either way disrupt things. So that's a nice play on 3rd down. See what Bakersfield opts for, but I got to figure, like we said, they'll take the 3.
Yeah, Milner's one of those guys. He plays 2 positions. He plays linebacker. He can play nose tackle as well. He's all over the field. So field goal attempt here for Villa, who's 8 of 10. The field goal is up, and it is no good. Wide to the near side of the field. So wide right for Villa, make him 8 of 11 this year. And Canyons dodges another bullet from Bakersfield inside the red zone.
They dodge one, but gosh, how disheartening for the Renegades. You put together that type of a series coming out of the half, you get all the way down into scoring range, and to come away empty-handed, it gives the Cougars more confidence. We talked about the bend don't break. That's kind of been the case here again. A lot of names flying around there, all combined to get the job done.
So here we go on 1st and 10 for Canyons. They'll give to Isaiah Rameau, and he will get it out to the 23, maybe the 24-yard line. So there's a lot going on down on the field near the line of scrimmage. There is a flag down on the field. So still a discussion here. There's a lot going on after that play. It was just a simple run from Isaiah Rameau.
We have 2 fouls on the play. Both are dead ball. We have unsportsmanlike conduct, number 65 with the offense. We have personal foul, face mask, on number 7 defense. Those penalties will offset. Number 65 can't remain in the game as the helmet was pulled off by penalty.
So, a face mask on the defense, an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on Joshua Wildbacker, who had his helmet pulled off on the face mask, so he gets to stay in the ball game.
Yeah, a lot of
And the penalty's offset. So at the end of the day, it's 2nd down and 7 from the 23-yard line. That's all you need to know, really, at the end of the day. Rameau in the backfield to the right of Riley. Camden in there as a blocking fullback once again. They'll give Rameau. He tries the middle of the field. And trying to drag him by his jersey with Anthony Jordan Berry. And another late flag here.
Yeah, you're going to see the penalty. I mean, it's pretty obvious here. Number 99 on the Renegades trying to play tug-of-war with the Cougars jersey, still pulling. That's a nice job of the official seeing that, making the correct call.
15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
First down for Canyons. Mario Rivas Jr. lost his helmet as well in the play, so he has to go off for a play for the Bakersfield defense. So Canyons gets a gift of a first down here. They'll go out to their own 37-yard line, 38-yard line, just about split between the two. 1st and 10 from there. 8 minutes to go here in the 3rd quarter. Canyons their first possession of the 2nd half, leading 10-0. Would love to put some more points on the board and give themselves some more separation here after the Bakersfield missed field goal. 4 wide. They'll keep with Riley as he faked the handoff to Rameau, and he dives forward out across the 40-yard line. They'll spot him at the 40 exactly. So a positive gain of 2 yards for Giselle Riley.
Yeah, all coming from that dive, that last gasp effort there at the end.
Really pulled that out at the last second. So call it 2nd down and 8 here. Canyons controlling the clock as they've done for most of the game. Bakersfield's possession numbers have gone up, but Canyons has had the better of it. 19 minutes of possession for Canyons, 17 minutes of possession for Bakersfield at this point here in this 3rd quarter. Rameau to the left of Riley. They'll give this time Rameau. He's able to find a small hole through the middle, and he gets about to the 44-yard line. That's where they'll spot him down. So it'll bring up 3rd down and about half the chains. Canyons needs to get out to their own 48-yard line, and there's a Cougar down way in the middle of the field. Well away from the play, too, down near the 40-yard line of Bakersfield. Is that Caden Bassett, the tight end, I think? Would make sense for him being way out there.
I think it's actually the lineman, number 67, Sean Scott.
Think so? Yeah, it actually is. You're right. It is Sean Scott.
How he ended up there, I'm not sure, but maybe it was something that happened and that's where he decided to go down, kind of not test things any further.
I think he kind of got rolled up on his ankle. I can look back on the replay on the webcast. That's kind of where he just kind of wandered his way out to, trying to work it off. So hope Sean Scott's okay. He's one of the big offensive linemen for Canyons. Him, TJ Taylor.
Sean Scott out of West Ranch High School. Another one of those big talented bodies up front. Cougars traditionally with a strong offensive line unit. Assistant coach Mark Dumlau each and every year coaching that group up.
Sure, left knee, left ankle. Certainly uncomfortable. He gets a pump off the field. So Sean Scott able to get himself back into the game. The Canyons going to go back to work here. 3rd down and 4 from their own 44. They need to get to the 48-yard line. Riley in the backfield. Rameau to his right. 2 receivers out to each side. Riley to throw. Quick pass on to the near side. Reception from Jamar Adams on a screen pass, and he's going to be a yard short of the marker. They needed to get to the 48. He's at the 47. So now you've got decisions if you can.
Yeah, seeing Adams here getting involved. I believe had the touchdown last week. So again, didn't see much of him in the first half, but starting to emerge here. But just short here for this Cougars offensive series.
Yeah, Canyon's going to opt to play field position here with a 10-0 lead. Try and pin Bakersfield deep, so Williams strike on to punt. Bakersfield with Tyler Lewis standing back at about his own 10-yard line. Maybe more of the 12 now as he's moved up. It's a low snap to strike. He'll get the punt off. Fair catch called for by Lewis and caught at about the 16-yard line, and that's where Bakersfield will take over. So strike inside the 20 for the 15th time this season. The Renegades will go to work on their second offensive possession here in the second half. Still trailing 10-0.
You know, Matt, still plenty of time here. Would not be at all surprised to see them go back to that run game attack. And try and this time come away with points, obviously. But no need to abandon your offensive philosophy here. Still just a 10-point game. Cougars seemingly have been in control, but haven't created the distance they needed to put this one out of reach yet.
Yeah, the 37 play attempts from Bakersfield. 24 of them have been rushes, and again, they're going to get to the man in the backfield this time. As it was Malachi Slater in there to play quarterback, and he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage on what looked like a designed run, really.
Yeah, and a couple guys there. I think that was number 8, Jonathan Canali, and then number 56, Charles Milner, always in on the action. So nice job of the Cougars. This is a team out, if you look at the stat sheet each and every week, it's a lot of tackles for loss, a lot of guys able to get behind the line of scrimmage and wreak havoc.
So loss of 5 yards here for Bakersfield. Slater, 48 of 92, 574 yards. They're not going to get the playoff either, as they're going to have a false start called on the offensive side, so you're going to back yourself up even more.
False start, number 15 of the offense. 5-yard penalty remains. Second down.
Yeah, now that will change your offensive philosophy, Matt, in terms of now you're looking at a second and, what's it going to be, 20 up against your end zone here. And you certainly can run, but is that going to be effective for you?
Yeah, ball spotted all the way down at the 6-yard line. Second down and 20. Clock inside of 5 minutes here to go in the third quarter. So interesting spot to make a quarterback change after Carson Woods had gone most of the way. Malachi Slater coming in. They're going to run with Slater. He was behind Jernigan, and he's got nothing really doing. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
Credit that to Mylan Walker.
Yep.
Watch him come up here and just set the edge, settle down, and able to get an arm on and wrap up, make this tackle. Had a little bit of help from Sione Manu, but that's a nice job by him, just getting up, coming up from that secondary position, and making an impact there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, everybody getting an opportunity here. It's no gain, so it's 3rd and 20 for Bakersfield.
Matt, this is the point in the game, point in the field, where if you can manage a turnover or another one of those impact plays, Cougars will be in business.
They'll give to Nettles. There's a flag on the near side of the field before the play really even got going. Nettles got all the way out to the 20-yard line. The flag is on the Canyon sideline.
Flag on the play.
See if we can tell. But I think Bakersfield just trying to get some extra yardage in preparation for a punt. And they maybe get bailed out here by a penalty. We'll wait and see what the official has to say.
Sideline warning, College of the Canyons. 4th down.
So it's just a sideline warning.
I wonder what they were warning them about. If they were too close.
I think it's just too far forward. I think Lole might have been a little bit too far near the field of play. So Bakersfield will punt this one away. Yes, get out to the 19, but that was all you did. Get yourself off the end zone. It's a spiraling punt that Mylan Walker will take at the 50-yard line, and that's all he's going to get. It's a dangerous return attempt, really, from Walker with all those white jerseys around, but did a good job to haul it in and take over from there, and we'll go to work.
I got a feeling Mylan Walker wanted that one. You make the big impact play on defense. You got a chance to get the ball in your hands. The way he ran up to field that looked like he wanted to go, give it a go. So we talked about it before, impact on defense. Also a big part of this special teams unit. College of the Canyons like nothing more. Run out the rest of this quarter, try and get some points, starting at midfield. That doesn't seem too daunting of a challenge.
It's really the best field position they've had all day today. They've been pinned inside the 20 pretty much the entire time. So they go 1st and 10, right at the midfield stripe. Riley with 2 backs in the backfield with him, Walker and Camden and Rameau, and it's an incomplete pass on a shovel pass forward from Canyons.
Getting a little excitable in the booth, and then you realize that's a shovel pass and an incomplete.
They were just trying to get it to Paul Camden. So Bakersfield nearly got a turnover on the first play, but we got a patented Jesse Munoz table slam. We've not seen one of those very often this year. The next one we're waiting on your bingo cards at home is a paper throw, but we haven't got that either yet. 2nd down and 10 from the 50-yard line. We should just have a camera rolling on you at all times. Riley the throw downfield looking. Jamar Adams had it, but could not come up with it as it just rolled out of his hands on the near side.
Adams was right there on that one, coming up the sideline. And again, Riley, I'll say it, another nice ball. Ooh, he could have had that one there. Had a step on the defender.
Good shot from our camera guy, Corey Rubin, down on the field. Best in the business down there, Corey Rubin. He's actually telling us he's going to get to go Indiana football in a couple of weeks for, I think, Fox.
Big Ten Network.
Big Ten Network, yeah, excuse me. Excited about that. We're excited for him as we go here on 3rd and 10. Rameau in the backfield, they'll give. He's able to break one tackle. He's going to bounce it outside the numbers across the 45. And he goes out of bounds at about the 44-yard line. Not going to be enough for a first down, but a pretty good run from Isaiah Rameau.
Yeah, nice run. And again, we talked about it in the first half. Never really kind of saw it come to fruition. They're getting some carries here, starting to establish a rhythm. I bet he's wishing there was one more down on this series, because that's really when he starts to heat up. Canyon's going to have to punt again. Bakersfield hanging around, Matt, doing what they need to do. This could very easily be a one-score game had they converted on that field goal to begin the half.
Williams strike back to punt. There is a flag, a false start on Canyon. Williams Strike having a little bit of fun that time. Isaiah Lucero as well. Strike started to act like he was going to run. Lucero chased after him and kind of gave him a pat on the head. So boys are having some fun out there. Canyons backs themselves up, so they negate the Ramo run back to their own, or to the Bakersfield 49-yard line, so Strike will back up 5 yards. Wobbly punt from Strike, fair catch. The 16, maybe the 17-yard line. Late flags now behind the play. Canyons gonna get pinned for this one, I believe. As James Moon had his helmet knocked off.
This is exactly what you don't want, Matt, in terms of this point of the game. Starting to play a little loose, starting to commit penalties. That's when mistakes typically start to happen, and that's when you risk letting your opponent back in the ball game here. Bakersfield would like nothing more than to pounce on a Cougars mistake and take things the other way. Still a long time in this ball game. Things have been progressing quickly. But in terms of opportunity, you got to figure each team's going to have at least 3 or 4 more cracks at it.
Personal foul, number 47 of the team. After removing your force at the end of the run, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Magalengi called for the personal foul. Charge to the end of the run. So they'll go all the way out to the Bakersfield 31-yard line. So Strike pins him inside the 20, but the foul hurts Canyons. Take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard real quick. Golden West, a 20-14 lead over Fullerton at Sherbach Field in Fullerton. So the Renegade, or the Rustlers, trying to continue that perfect season so far. 6-point lead is there in the third quarter of that game. Here's Slater, the quarterback. He'll swing it on a flat pass to the outside to Ian Jernigan. He's got nothing doing, as again, Tony Testa over there. It's easy to pick out Tony Testa with the club on his hand right now.
Well, not only that, he's flying around making plays. So, again, I think that's the 4th or 5th time we've called his name.
I want to give Adam Gukins credit on that one. He was the first man in on the hit.
Gukins, another one of those guys that's always in on the action.
2nd down and 13, a loss of 3 for Bakersfield here as they stay with Malachi Slater. Loading up the line of scrimmage for the Renegades. They'll give Jernigan huge head of steam through the first level into the second, on his feet across the 50, and pushed out of bounds at the 40-yard line. A huge first down for Ian Jernigan.
Yeah, that's a big-time run, Matt. Puts the Renegades right back in business. You're going to see him here just keeping his feet moving, a little high knee action to step out of that one. The Cougars do a good job just getting to the sideline. Gukins pushing him out. Another couple of feet and he's off to the races. Again, as we tick down here towards the end of the third, Bakersfield with a tremendous opportunity to get back in this ball game.
Biggest run of the day for Jernigan, a 32-yard carry, 9 carries for 47 yards. He stays as the back. Slater on play action wanting to throw. He's going to have to get rid of it. Just throws it up in the air, and it's a completion to Jernigan, who then slipped and fell down. That's a lucky completion for Malachi Slater.
Yeah, it was. I didn't see him. He definitely had a receiver in the area, but at the time it looked like he just kind of threw it up. Almost lost the grip on the ball and just came up with it, somehow forced it downfield. Latavius Bledsoe there with the tackle. But a nice job, Matt. That's sometimes how it comes together. You just do what you can and hope for the best.
Loss of 2. So Slater 2 for 2 for -3 yards so far. Both his passing plays have not completed much. Jernigan gets back to the initial line of scrimmage and will bring up 3rd down and 10 for Bakersfield from the Canyons 39-yard line. Need to get down to the 29 for a first down. They might try and run one more play before the end of the third quarter, but there's about a 8-second, 7-second difference between the play clock and the game clock here.
Yeah, part of you would want to get up and get one more snap. It looks like they know what they're going to do here. As I say, the other part is maybe you just let it tick down and start fresh, but here we go.
They'll get that one play off. They'll give Jernigan, actually, excuse me, it's Nettles. Another Renegade lost a helmet. Nettles didn't get much. A gain of 2 yards, and that'll take us to the end of the third quarter. It'll bring up a 4th down. as Bakersfield will have a 4th down decision upcoming here when we come back.
Welcome to College of the Canyons, where students become the success stories of tomorrow. Whether you're already in the workforce or just getting started, our flexible schedules are a game changer. And
We're going 4th and 6. Bakersfield will run or throw it with Slater, and he's going to throw for the 1st down. It was 4th and 8. Bakersfield converts for the first time on 4th down today.
Pass complete to Kessinger.
So big 4th down play for Bakersfield as they went for it on that 4th and 8. Got enough down to the 29. They'll mark it at the 28-yard line. The Renegades will keep the drive alive here as they start here in the 4th quarter.
Exactly what you need to finish off this final frame here. Able to convert and prolong things. Bakersfield, essential that they get on the board here.
Slater with 2 backs in the backfield. Nettles is to the right. Jernigan is straight behind. Little trickery as now they'll throw downfield towards the end zone, and Nettles is there. Is there a flag on the play, though? There is a flag on the play out at about the 25-yard line.
There was a lot happening there. I see a couple Cougars clapping. This might be coming back. Let's talk about the triple flea flicker.
Illegal man downfield.
And that's exactly what, you know, your linemen are kind of confused what's going on behind them and what their assignment is, and that's an easy call, an easy place to get confused and wander downfield. Hold everything. Let's see.
They're still talking about it.
Yeah, there might have been something where the flag shouldn't have been a flag, or like to see them conversing here, make sure they get the call right. That would be a huge break for Bakersfield.
Illegal two forward passes. The second was illegal by rule. That's a 5-yard penalty from the previous spot.
So they called
Loss down, second down.
2 illegal forward passes. We'd have to look at the replay again. I thought both of them were pitches backwards, but maybe one of them was a pitch forward.
I thought it was back and maybe a lateral somewhere there. So,
but you can get that confusion.
Yeah.
That's why you're on those plays. You're always pitching it behind you, so there's no confusion. Or you're dumping it off your back shoulder instead of off your front shoulder. But I do think one of the guys might have had it off his front shoulder. So Canyons catches a break on a secondary illegal forward pass is the call.
It looks like maybe the second one was the forward.
Yep.
Dynamite drop in from our spotting crew there.
So they'll give to Nettles, and he gets back to the initial line of scrimmage on 2nd down at 15. They'll actually spot him a yard short, so it's a 4-yard gain. Make it 3rd down and 11 for Bakersfield.
Matt, this would be demoralizing if Bakersfield first doesn't come away on the field goal, then gets a touchdown, has it called back if they're not able to convert here.
Yeah, you're starting to run out of time a little bit. Only a 10-point deficit. Slater to throw, needs to get rid of it. Does, downfield. Incomplete, there are no flags. There's a late flag.
Dylan McIntosh, I think, is going to get tagged on this one. Well, watch the replay. It seemed he came right when the ball met the ball there with the receiver. Just maybe a step too soon. You like the effort, you like the coverage, but yeah, just a hair too fast there.
So Bakersfield catching a break themselves.
So maybe things even out here now. You get the penalty call back, and the penalty gives you new life. That's a bang-bang play, and he's just there trying to break things up. But no fault on the defensive back. Nevertheless, Renegades are going to take advantage of it here.
So you move down inside the red zone to the 15-yard line for Bakersfield. They'll actually give them the 14 for first down. Slater to give. Jernigan, not much. Pretty much every gray jersey on the field there for the tackle. Give the entire defense a tackle.
Well, that's what you like to see, especially in these situations. But yeah, a lot of bodies.
I told you, everybody on the defense.
Everyone got a hand on them.
Second down and 9 from the 13. A 1-yard pickup. Canyons will sub on a couple of bodies late here as they get Gookins and Torjala off the field for the moment. Slater looking for a designed run, now just throws it out of bounds, incomplete. Jernigan never even had his head turned around for it. Slater was just mostly self-preservation. Canyons blew that one up from the beginning.
Yeah, a lot of pressure up front here. And he just kind of slings it, nothing doing.
So call it 3rd and 9 now for Bakersfield. 12:52 to go here in the fourth quarter. Just a 10-0 Canyons lead. It's been a tight one. All the scoring coming in the first half of the ball game for Canyons. Neither team scored in the third quarter. Bakersfield threatening here in the fourth. They give. Nettles. He's going to be on his feet all the way into the end zone for a Bakersfield touchdown. And you know what? Jadaniel Nettles has had a heck of a game. 18 carries, over 100 yards now, and finally hits pay dirt for a touchdown.
Well, that was a heck of a run, Matt. You're going to see him here. I don't think he's even touched. Maybe a finger, but he gets into the end zone in a hurry. Nice job up front by the Renegades. And they are back in this ball game now with an eternity to go. 12:48 left on the clock. And you think of things, if it had gone the other way for Bakersfield, this could very easily be a tie game.
Extra point is up and through for Golesar. And Bakersfield now within 3, so it is a 1-possession game, a 3-point Canyons lead. Jadaniel Nettles scampers home for a 13-yard touchdown for Bakersfield. 18 carries, 126 yards, averaging 7 yards a carry. Canyons has had really not much of an answer for him. But finally finds Pater, we got a 3-point game.
And the one thing I'll say, Canyons in familiar territory in terms of playing close games. You look back at the schedule, 1-point victory, 4-point victory, 3-point loss, 6-point loss. I mean, they have been in back and forth contests throughout the duration of this season and really looking to find a way to win here in week 10 to close things out. But we talked about it before, Bakersfield has a lot to play for, trying to get to 500 and into a postseason bowl game. And we predicted, as we predicted, no quit in this Renegades team.
7 of the 9 Canyons games this year have been 10 points or less in terms of difference. Fair catch called for, so Canyons will take it at the 25-yard line. And 6 of those 7 have been inside of a 1-possession game. So, like you said, very, very familiar territory here.
Yeah, and, the margin of error there is non-existent now. You cannot afford to make a mistake here if you're Canyons. Turnover right here on the short side of the field would be devastating. It's really about now buckling down, taking care of business the rest of this 12:48 here to go.
Well, that's the crazy swing of the football season, too. You can look back in the first 3 games of the season, you are 1 play away from 4-0 to start the year. You know, in 3 separate games, you're 1 play away from a victory. We go 1st and 10. They'll give to Camden. He'll try the left side. He gets to the line of scrimmage and nothing else. Really, just one of the first runs of the day for Paul Camden. He has not had a lot of work as they have had steadily Giselle Riley. That's the first rush attempt of the day for Paul Camden. Bakersfield, or Fullerton and Golden West going to the 4th quarter, still with a 20-14 Golden West lead. Outside of that Golden West game for Canyons and the 34-13 loss to Cerritos, we said everything has been inside of 10 points, and you've been 1 play away from 4 or 5 wins this season. Instead, you're battling for a win here. Riley throws short to Jamar Adams. They say it caught the turf, incomplete.
Yeah, looking for Adams again. He's been involved a lot more here in this second half. You can see Riley just comes up a little short with it. There was a defender in the area, though. That could have also been a dangerous ball.
So we'll go here on 3rd and 10. Rameau to the right of Riley this time. 2 receivers out to each side. Riley to throw. Now he's got to get rid of it or scramble, and he's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Good job staying with him that time. Drew Underwood brings him down. That was not the drive Canyons needed here, just leading by 3.
And vice versa, that's absolutely what Bakersfield needed. Get off the field quickly, continue to build on that momentum. And Canyons really going to have to figure some things out here down the stretch if they want to hold on to this one.
So William Strank out to punt once again. Strank today, 3 punts, averaging 40 yards a punt. This one an end-over-end bullet that's taken at the 40-yard line. Tyler Lewis brings it back to the Canyons 45 before he's hit a couple of times.
He took some hits, and they're still wrestling around down there.
And they're acting like the ball is
Canyons
out.
thinks they have the ball. I felt like he was down.
Mylan Walker, Coy Mortensen both pointing like Canyons has the football.
Dylan McIntosh emerged with the ball. I mean, that doesn't necessarily mean anything. But the coaching staff is now adamant that this is a College of the Canyons ball.
The referees get together and they say it's Bakersfield football.
Doing some sideline politicking there, trying to get it to go their way.
Took a while for the entire coaching staff to get out there. So Bakersfield will take over. Since Malachi Slater has come in, he's put up 7 points. They went with Carson Woods for the first 3 quarters, really, and then came in with Slater here late. He has turned the offense a little bit around. I mean, granted, it's been a steady diet of Nettles and Jernigan, but Slater gives you a little bit of a different look with his ability to run, and he's got about 8 yards here out across the 40 to the 38-yard line of Canyons. Slater this season, 30 carries, 90 yards, and 3 touchdowns. This time, scampers out.
I think most impressive, Bakersfield hasn't had to change what they've set out to do. They've kind of just stuck to things. It was a little slow going in the first half, came right back out in the second, went back to work. Now you're going to see it here again.
Yeah, old school 3 yards in a cloud of dust style. This time they'll swing a screen pass out on the outside, enough for a first down. Is Jaheim Alexander able to carry a few bodies down to the 30-yard line? Bakersfield moves the chains, and they've got themselves again in striking distance. Starting with a short field at the 45-yard line, and they've moved the chains.
And Matt, they've deviated from that run scheme just enough to keep Canyons a little bit on edge there. You saw there, that was a nice pickup. A couple plays later, they found, or excuse me, a couple series before, they found a nice hole up the middle.
So again, 1st and 10. Ball spotted exactly on the 30-yard line. Bunch formation here, all near the line of scrimmage. Slater to throw on play action, a 3-step drop, throws downfield. Xavier Perry gave it an effort. Kind of a late dive, but
he wanted his 3rd of the year, and he was in position just a little off the mark. But you got to love that effort.
I like the dive.
Yep. Lay out, sell out. See what happens.
2nd down and 10.
Meanwhile, Bakersfield had a lot of time to get that ball off.
They're going to spread things out a little bit more. 3 receivers out to the near side for the Renegades this time. Slater changing the protection at the line of scrimmage. He's got Jordaniel Nettles to his right. He'll give Nettles, will try the left. Met by a group of Canyons defenders. I think Datavius Bledsoe in there underneath the pile, the first man in on contact.
A lot of Cougars on a play.
Yeah, Bledsoe. And Dante Medley also in the mix. 2 very familiar names up in this press box.
Big 3rd down here for Bakersfield. 5 of 11 on 3rd down today are the Renegades. They need 6 yards to continue the drive, trailing by 3. Jernigan the lone back. Slater right up the middle trying for it. He's going to be short. Maybe a 2-yard gain as he got to about the 23-yard line. That was a designed run, certainly, for Bakersfield that time.
Yeah, definitely hoping for a little bit more. I don't know if that puts you in range yet, Matt.
Looks like they're gonna bring.
Yeah, you're about 40, about a 40-yarder when it's all said and done. And this would tie the game.
Carter Kulesar is the field goal kicker in this instance, who has only attempted extra points to what we can see. And Bakersfield, I believe, going to get called for a false start here? Or is it offsides on Canyons? They're pointing towards Canyons.
Again, another.
Kevin Closely, another defense, number 99. Number 5-down penalty for goes to the play. Is a 1st down.
So it goes against Adante Medley, and it's a Bakersfield 1st down off a penalty from Canyons on a 4th and 3 where the Renegades were going to kick the field goal to try and tie the game. That is.
You can't get any more detrimental than that in terms of just lining up correctly and giving this Renegades team another shot at things. Circle that one. That's going to be costly if the Cougars can't hold on here.
So the defense shoots itself in the foot that time on the 4th down. And Slater will go back to work with Nettles behind him. He'll give Nettles a couple of stiff arms. He's still on his feet. There is a flag on the far side of the field that I believe is going to wipe this play away. Nettles did step out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, but I do not think it matters, as there's a flag at the 21 in the area of a hold on Bakersfield.
Nevertheless, Nettles, another nice job staying on his feet. I looked away, and he looked back up, and he was still going. So running with a lot of passion right now.
76 in the offense. 10-yard penalty for the previous spot. 1st down.
So now you make it 1st and 20. You back yourself out of the red zone, back out to the 28-yard line. 1st and 20 from the 28 for Bakersfield. They trail by 3. The clock at 8:15 here in the 4th quarter. Canyons led 10-0 for pretty much the entire ball game. They scored early in the 2nd quarter, and they led the entire way. Not much for Nettles that time. Brought down. Elijah Hall, one of the guys in there on the tackle.
So I feel like Canyon's playing with a renewed sense of urgency here after that penalty. Kind of starting to buckle down, doing what needs to be done here.
So it's a gain of a yard to the 27. Elijah Hall, who before today just 18 tackles, with a big tackle right there to limit Nettles to just a yard. Jernigan will stand about 5 yards behind Slater at about the 35-yard line. They'll pitch. Jernigan wants to throw, looking for the end zone. Ball tipped up in the air. I think there's...
That was Perry.
Perry nearly had
again.
it. I think Dylan Johnson maybe gets away with some offensive PI here.
Oh, I mean, he threw into triple coverage, so the Cougars definitely had their options there.
Yeah, it's tough. Johnson trying to play defensive back, and I think he gets a bit of a break there on an offensive PI. Otherwise, Perry has the interception. Now there's a Cougar down on the field. Is that a Dante Medley? And it is.
He pops up, though. I think he's going to be okay.
Looks like he's grabbing towards his left hamstring. So 7:17 to go. It'll be 3rd and 19 for Bakersfield. Renegades have pulled everything out today. We've seen the double flea flicker. We've seen the running back pass. We've seen a successful flea flicker from Canyons today. That worked on the first play of the ball game. So, in the words of Dan Fouts on the Water Boy, last game of the year, don't hold anything back. Sorry, I was trying to come up with the line. There's a big run for, didn't see if it was Nettles or Jernigan. It's Nettles once again, out to the 18-yard line.
And again, just another hard run. Getting upfield and fighting for every last inch.
Tony Testa, I believe, given the tackle. Now Bakersfield will have another opportunity to try a field goal. This time, an encroachment penalty will not give Bakersfield a first down. It'll be a 35-yarder here. And we have a tie ball game at 10-10. As Kalisar knocks in his first field goal of the season from 35 yards. And with 34 to go, we've got a sprint to the finish here in a 10-10 ball game.
Well, we knew it. We saw the forecast coming into this one. We knew the Bakersfield was going to come in with a lot of pride, a lot to play for. Same for Canyons, defending their home turf. And that's been exactly what we've seen as a battle here. Looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And I think it's what it's really going to come down to is who's executing more in this second half. So far, it's been Bakersfield.
Sorry, I'm very excited about the football game, but a pterodactyl just flew through the stadium. A vulture, or a California condor, or a hawk. It's a huge bird up on the lights. Sorry about that. But yes, you're exactly right. Very tight game, and we knew exactly what we were getting into coming in. Lisa will kick it away. 6:34 to go in a 10-10 ball game. It's a low line drive kick. Fielded by Mylan Walker at about the 5. He's going to run it out from there. Breaks one tackle, spins into another tackle. He got it out to the 35. I'm surprised they did not, or the 30, I should say. Surprised they didn't kill that play much earlier, but they're going to give him the 29-yard line, and that's where Canyons will take over.
Walker clawing and fighting for every last inch. Nearly got suplexed there at the end of the play. But again, one of those guys trying to give his team a boost.
You talking WWE, I'm over here looking at birds. Like, what are we doing here? We start at the 29-yard line, 6:23 to go. Giselle Riley doing it all and tying up Jared Mims' cleats as well. It's strange fourth quarter. Here we go. 1st and 10. 6:23 to go. Canyons and Bakersfield tied at 10. Riley to throw, looking downfield for Mims in a double coverage, incomplete.
You see Riley here just kind of roll out to his left, looking downfield. Nice pickup by the running back, Ramo. Riley gets some good air under that ball, as he has done most of the day today.
And while Canyons has had a few big plays from him, I feel like the place they've been the most successful with Riley is those quick passes, those quick outs. They've kind of gone away from it here. They go 2nd down and 10 from their own 29, needing a score. They haven't scored since the early part of the second quarter. There's going to be a face mask penalty on Bakersfield.
You get the face mask or the horse collar.
Horse collar,
Either
one or the
way,
other.
he brought him down awkwardly.
It's going to go against Carson Moore.
But just right on him nearly from the get-go.
Anytime you get a piece of the helmet, rip the helmet off, you're generally going to get a foul called against you. The officiating crew is still discussing things. They've taken a long time on a lot of calls today. This one, I think, is mostly just trying to figure out where they say Riley was initially contacted.
Personal foul, face pass, number 88 on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty for the previous spot. Automatic first down. Number 4 can stay in the game as the helmet was removed due to the foul.
So first down for Canyons. They get all the way out to their own 44-yard line. So some positive yards off the personal foul. Maybe what you need to get going here on this drive. They hustle the line of scrimmage with 10 on the play clock. Riley to throw, rolls out of the pocket. Now he's going to run himself across the 50. Picks up a block at about the 40-yard line from Mims. Able to split a couple of bodies and slides himself down at the 41.
There's another flag. Looks like maybe something after the play, but again, a nice run by Riley, as we've seen all year long. Ability to just take off up the seam. We'll see what this flag is all about.
It's at the Canyons 45-yard line.
Well, there was some pointing back and forth. I think maybe something extracurricular at the end. They're moving the ball up.
Dead ball, personal foul, number 99 of the defense.
Goes against Anthony Jordan Berry on Bakersfield. Add that to the end of the run, so an ill-timed defensive personal foul.
I feel like that's his second of the game. They got him on the jersey tug-of-war play earlier on.
So now Canyons all the way down to the 26-yard line. So a big run from Giselle Riley the fourth, and then a personal foul at the end of it. Riley now 8 carries, 48 yards. 158 yards through the air and a touchdown.
First and 10 at the 26.
Riley will run, not much doing, maybe gets a yard.
So now Canyon's really mad in this point of the field where you're going to let this play clock tick down all the way, probably every single snap, really try and dictate how this game ends. And obviously you're going to need the points, touchdown or field goal, one way or the other. What you do not want to do is give Bakersfield any other opportunity for a prolonged drive, another opportunity. So this is what you work all season for. Come through, dictate how things are going to end, and force your will. Let's see if the Cougars can do it.
Mo to the right of Riley here. Play action, Riley to throw. Has a man in Camden wide open and floats it to him out of the backfield for a Canyons touchdown. Giselle Riley to Paul Camden.
I think Camden just got lost coming out of the backfield. Usually you've got one of your backers that gets the first back out. He was just up the seam in a hurry, and Riley found him. Another one of those nice balls. And love to see Camden there in the end zone. That could be the difference. Still a lot of time to go. I don't think the Cougars expected to score that quickly, but they'll take it nonetheless.
First touchdown reception of the season for Camden.
Big PAT upcoming.
Sadi in for the extra point that's up and good, and it's back to a 7-point Canyons lead. Paul Camden gets loose out of the backfield in the fullback spot. Comes away with a 26-yard touchdown. Scratch that at 25 is the official number. Second passing touchdown of the day for Giselle Riley, and a great drive for Canyons, aided by some Bakersfield penalties.
It's one of those situations, Matt, that's probably not who you're keen on there, especially coming out of the backfield like that. You've seen Riley able to connect with his receivers. You've seen Rameau handle the bulk of the running duty. Camden kind of gets lost in the shuffle there. That's something they'll have to look at on film in terms of whose responsibility that was supposed to be. Nevertheless, College of the Canyons with a big-time fourth-quarter touchdown. And you know he is excited down on the sideline, Paul Camden.
Yep, just his second touchdown of the season. He's had one on the ground and now one in the air. Justin Asadi going to do the kicking here on the kickoff. This is maybe the first time this season Asadi's been pressed into kickoff duty. This one gonna bounce. Bounces out of bounds, I believe.
Well, I felt like I feel like the receiver took the ball as he was stepping out of bounds. The flag came out.
It's a kickoff out of bounds on Canyons. And the only reason I know this is a kickoff out of bounds, I remember it from maybe 5-10 years ago in a Pittsburgh Steelers game where one of the Steelers...
The receiver stepped out of bounds, then touched the ball. By rule, that is a free kick out of bounds.
And that is the only reason I know that is because of that Pittsburgh Steelers game. And I can't remember who it was. It might have been Troy Polamalu, to be quite honest. Ran down the field, or ran up the field on a bouncing ball like that, stepped out of bounds and fielded the football, like reached back in and grabbed it, and it was a free kick out of bounds. The ball goes to the 35.
Interesting. Well, your NFL knowledge is paying dividends here.
On accident. It's accidental. It doesn't happen often. So a free kick out of bounds. It's 1st and 10 from the 35 with 4:30. Malachi Slater stays as the quarterback. He'll give to Nettles on 1st down. He tries to just kind of shuffle his feet around the pile and picks up 2, maybe 3 yards.
Bakersfield, I know they've got a talented backfield and a strong offensive line. I don't know that they have the time now to play that type of game here with 4 and change remaining. Really going to kind of have to force the issue here. Maybe capitalize on a Canyons mistake. Other than that, College of the Canyons in control here, looking to hold on.
Slater to throw. Over the middle, pass complete. They find their most often used target in Dylan Johnson. He's got enough for a 1st down all the way to the 45-yard line. Johnson, 22 receptions, 474 yards, but just his 2nd reception of the ball game today.
Yeah, just a quick out over the middle. Picking things up a little bit. Like you said, had to move away from the run game. You can get chunks like that. Try and set something else up down the field here. 3:30 to go.
Yeah, I was going to say clock at 3:30 here. 2 backs in the backfield with Nettles directly behind Slater. They'll give to Nettles. He spins at the line of scrimmage. He's met initially by Troy Cabral and then brought down by a couple of Cougars. Gets a yard and a half, 2 yards? I'll give him 2 yards.
And most importantly, I mean, the clock's still ticking. You've cost yourself already 20, 25 seconds. And they don't seem to be in a big hurry here, Matt.
Both teams with all 3 timeouts remaining. And the 2-minute timeout as well. Inside of 3 minutes to go. The Canyons 7-point lead. Ball spotted at the 46-yard line. We'll call it the 47, actually. They'll give, this time, Jernigan. And he's just able to fight his way forward. And if not for a good tackle in the 2nd level by Caden McCoy, would have had enough for a 1st down. Instead, he's 3 yards short of it.
Yeah, that's a nice job really coming up and making that open field stop. And you're going to need plays like that down the stretch here, Matt, because he almost got loose.
Bakersfield taking their time getting to the line of scrimmage. 2:20 to go. This will probably be the last play before the 2-minute timeout. They almost miss on the exchange. And Slater is brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Brandon Bryant, one of the men there. And this will take us down to the 2-minute timeout. It's a loss of a few yards. And I'll bring up 4th down and 5. They nearly missed on the exchange.
Confusion there on the exchange, and then I think just held on to things.
Here's the 2-minute timeout.
Brandon Bryant even with the Dodgers celebration.
It's definitely still fresh in everyone's mind, Matt. Back-to-back champs.
The hip hop, a little bit muted, but so this will be the ball game right here. I mean, as close to it as possible. 4th down and 6. Yes, Bakersfield has 3 timeouts remaining, so Canyons would need to pick up a couple of first downs, but essentially can leave Bakersfield about a minute with a team that doesn't throw the ball an awful lot. This is a Bakersfield team coming into the game 132 for 243 through the air, which is right about middle of the state. They've only had one game where they've thrown for over 200 yards passing this, or 250 yards passing this season. That was against Ventura. Despite being a team that scored over 50 points in their last 2 games, they did most of that work on the ground. They had 400 and 376 yards on the ground in their last 2 games. Today, Canyons defense, credit them. They've done a good job keeping them just 2-0.
This has always been a strong defensive unit. Coach Dan Corbett does a great job, gets a lot of names out there, a lot of bodies that can do a lot of different things. So again, Matt, you talk about if you can close this one off, there are a lot of positives to build on.
This is a huge 4th down and 6. First play out of the 2-minute timeout. Bunch formation for Bakersfield. Slater to throw over the middle. He's got enough for a first down as the pass complete to Amarius Rowell. The clock will stop for the moment as they get the ball set and then start back up as the chains move.
And then really credit McIntosh for wrapping up there, because if he got loose, that could have been trouble.
1:40 to go here. Bakersfield roll out for Slater. He's going to run with it. Needs to get to the boundary. Leaps over a man, gets out of bounds. It was Gookins.
Gookins there to meet him, but he took to the air. You're going to see just willed himself to that first down.
All the way down to the 32-yard line, and they have not used a timeout here. They get the clock to stop at 1:29 due to him leaping himself out of bounds. Jernigan behind Slater. They'll fake throw onto the outside. His knee was down. Yes, it was. So Rowell is down on a loss of a few yards. Bakersfield, they've got 3 timeouts here.
That's just saving them all till the last. Yeah, you're going to see the receiver's knee was down clearly.
Need to go quick here. Clock at 1:08. Slater takes the snap. He's going to be brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Charles Milner, one of the men there. Actually, scratch that. It was Nicholas Tonga that was the first man in.
Timeout, Bakersfield.
And now Bakersfield will take one of their 3 timeouts.
Yeah, you're going to see a couple Cougars. One started it and the other finished it off. And that's a big-time impact tackle for loss. Sack for the Cougars.
Nicholas Tonga, the first man in. It's the 3rd sack of the ball game for Canyons.
Attention fans, field closed for post game.
Canale, Tonga, Milner, and Cabral have all picked up a sack, or at least a half a sack today. It'll be 3rd and 16 with 1:03 to go here for Bakersfield.
Here you go, Matt. Minute 03. Last game of the season. Sell out. Winners find a way to win. See if the Cougars can hold on here.
Renegades with 2 timeouts remaining. They trail by 7. Slater with Nettles in the backfield to his right. Will throw here on 3rd and 16. over the middle. Pass complete into the hands of Rowell. Still on his feet down inside the 20 to the 15, and he's brought down. Bakersfield hustling to the line of scrimmage. Not going to use a timeout here.
Clock is ticking, Matt.
Canyons will use their substitution opportunity here as Bakersfield late to sub. Clock down to 32 seconds here for Bakersfield. They trail by 7. Slater to throw. Looks to Nettles out of the backfield. Complete. He's kept in bounds as initially on the outside on the tackle was Mylan Walker. Bakersfield will use one of their 2 final timeouts with 22 seconds to go. They're down at the 10-yard line here.
They lost a lot of time on that last sequence. Getting the right personnel on the field, waiting for the Canyon sub. Had a game plan, did not want to use that timeout until they had to. Going to leave them with 1 left. And you figure at least a couple shots. Maybe get 1 more run here, but I feel like you got to kind of force things here into the end zone.
So you've got 2nd and 5. You can get to the 5 for a first down and give yourself a fresh set.
If you don't get it, that really hurts you.
So 2 plays here in a 7-point ball game.
Well, either way, this has been a fun one.
It's been a good one.
It's been a way to close out the season. Both sides, a lot of excitement. And here we go.
2nd down and 5 here. Slater to throw. Looks to the end zone, floats it in the air. It's incomplete. He went right towards that back pylon and threw it to the only place where nobody could get to it.
Yeah, coverage was there. You can see he tried to find the back of that end zone.
And it's actually a smart throw, as only his guy in Johnson could get there.
Just a little too far. But again, limit the potential for mistake.
So it's actually 3rd down and 5, so it's 3 plays. We miscredited Bakersfield. They've got 3 shots to get here. Slater changing things at the line here. 5 on the play clock. And Bakersfield going to have to use their final timeout.
Timeout, Bakersfield.
That's a bit of a miscue for Bakersfield as well.
That's not what they wanted here. You like to have one in your back pocket. You don't know what's going to happen in terms of where on the field that play is going to come to conclusion. And so now it's do or die for the Renegades. You're looking at the time on the clock, at least, they'll get the 2 plays off, barring something unforeseen. But if you get stopped in bounds, you're going to have to rush up, have a couple plays called, rush up and be ready to go.
Now for Tyler Thompson, their first-year head coach for Bakersfield, that's a late miscalculation. I'm sure Ted Iacenda and Dan Corbett's here right now as the defense trying to set themselves up for Canyons. We're down at 5 with 18 seconds to go. Canyons led 3-0, 10-0, and now lead 17-10. Bakersfield with 10 unanswered points in the 4th quarter before Canyons touchdown on their last drive. Renegades 2 shots to try and tie the game here. Slater with Nettles to his left, takes the snap. Quick drop, looking to throw, needs to get rid of the football, scrambles outside, throws towards the end zone. Ball intercepted in the end zone by Canyons! Cutting across that time was Caden McCoy.
Caden McCoy with the play of the game. To hold on for the Cougars, just climbs the ladder and goes up and gets it.
And smartly on top of that, kneels on it after he comes down with it, not trying to do anything too crazy.
And an enthusiastic celebration on this sideline. as he comes up with the big-time interception. Cougars all around, jumping up and down in celebration, looking to go out a winner here to close out this 2025 campaign. And a nice team effort there to close things out and see it to fruition.
They'll kneel on it one time here. They'll get themselves to 4-6 to finish out the year with a big win over their rival Bakersfield here in what was a tight game, 17-10. Giselle Riley IV kneels on it. He had a nice game offensively, 12 of 21 for 183 yards and 2 touchdowns. The defense gets the big play from Caden McCoy in the final seconds of the game. And Canyons takes it 17-10. That'll do it for us here on the Cougar Sports Network today. Ellie Medina, our director, has done a great job all season. Corey Rubin down on the field, our sideline camera. Gigi Monteforti, of course, part of the women's soccer team, helping us out on the scoreboard as well. Have done a great job all season long, and we thank everybody. It's been a great one. We have plenty more action on the Cougar Sports Network, volleyball, basketball next week, so make sure you tune in. But it's been a good football season. Despite the 4-6 record, it's still been a fun one.
A lot of things to build on for next year. Appreciate everyone's viewership throughout the year. And just as it was on the field today, a team effort, complete team effort in the booth. Want to really thank everybody involved with our productions and the support that we receive from the College of the Canyons athletic department.
All right, that'll do it for us. We thank you for joining us. Canyons' 17-10 victory in their final game of the season over Bakersfield.